All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Monday, Monday night. Okay, let's see what we're doing. Let's grab our menu. Aha. Let's turn our monetization on so we can make $5 whole. Head over to details. We're gonna add our keywords in. It's Chew. Chew's here really early. What's up, Chew? What Chew doing? Ha ha ha. See what I did there? Tonight, pricing up the final SGC slabs. We also have, you know what? I think the big news is Paldea Evolved Blister packs. And then it's going to say more SGC slabs, live card shop. Eeveelutions break, more SGC slabs. All right. Skibbity-boo. We're live for Monday night. Oh. Okay, so there's Monday. Monday is locked in, man. All right. And now we're ready to start servicing orders. Delete these emails. Looks like what is this? Oh, what? Oh, there it goes. Okay, cool. I was about to get annoyed. I got groceries today. Bro, it was like $250. And all we got was regular food. We didn't even buy weird stuff. We just got regular food. All right. Let's see. All right. Ready? Graham Atkinson want a refund on these. Let's see. All right, let's see. We'll put this over here so that we don't forget them. Refund. What is he doing, man? He's being silly. Pop this open. Refund, angry tar. He says he was heavily intoxicated when he placed it. Excuse me. All right. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Getting the iPad open. Whew. All right, we're good. Wow, what's up, guys? Happy Monday night. I hope you guys are having a great day. What's this? Phone vibrating? What's this all about? What's all this then? Okay. Jesse Salinas has an order. This is pre-recorded. No refunds while drunk. You were drunk when you placed that? Well, that's your problem. All right, here's this. Yeah, he sent like $300 for me to open random packs. And it is a very strange order. Like, you just don't care what packs they are. Toss this over here. All right. Everyone would use that excuse. Oops. Oh, bro, I was totally drunk, bro. Yep. It's okay to just want a refund for its own sake. You're allowed to get a refund if you haven't actually... Like, if the packs haven't been opened, you can just ask for the refund. There you go. All right. All right. Ooh. Oh, his wife caught him. Yeah. Probably not, though. Probably just realized he was spending $300 on random packs. So, tonight, we've got the Eeveelutions running once again. It's already at 5 spots. For whatever reason, this is the hottest break in the world. You guys love this break. We have an SGC return. Some of it's been priced. Some of it has not been priced. Let's go ahead and show it off. So, they're pretty cheap overall. We've got this beautiful Tyranitar. That's a Tyranitar SR. And he's just really pretty. And there was no Tyranitar SAR in this set, so you just get the SR. And yeah, he's pretty cool. $32, pretty affordable. Turtonator got 9.5, 18 bucks. 9.5, 16 bucks. 9.5, 14 bucks. 9.5, 18 bucks. So those are real cheap. Now these actually got 10s, and they're cheap anyways. 25 and 20 bucks. This is going to be 20 bucks. Orthworm. Here is a holographic card, 20 bucks. Now here's maybe the first nice card. An AR of Raboot for 45 bucks. Here's a 9.5 Kofu for 20 bucks. And a High Drapple for 20 bucks. So there you go. They're all really cheap anyways. SGC slabs. Man, it's warm in here, man. We're at that point where the temperature outside doesn't trigger the AC to go off. So it gets like muggy. Because, you know, when the AC runs, the AC is really good at reducing temperatures by making the air dry. But it's not actually going off. What would happen if you had opened those packs? I don't know. Maybe he would still ask for a refund. I'm not sure. If they were opened, he would not get a refund. No. You can't open them and then ask for your money back. Yeah, all right, but I didn't want to open them unless he was there. Maybe that was a good gut instinct. We got this. Look at these two cards. Terrapagos. Very cool. All right, we got some Terraria music playing tonight. Price the Ladian. Ladian. Okay, check that out. Love the Terraria music. SGC growing on me. Yeah, SGC's fine. Nothing wrong with them. So, if you'll give me a minute. This is going to be called Terrapagos. Let's just see what it says. All right. Well, I might have been the only one who bothered to grade them. Everyone else was busy grading the SAR. Okay. The SAR is really expensive. It's like a multi-$100 card, but those are the EXs. Now, here is the Ladian. All right, let's see about this Ladian. Ladian. $46. Okay, we'll do 45. There it is, 45. Here is the Dreadnought. It's a pretty cool card. It's a Dreadnought Holo. It is also from Stellar Miracle. The drawing style is really nice. Who drew this? Suke? So there you have him. He's only 20 bucks. Basically just paying a little bit toward the grading. Here's Pokemon Stellar Mirror. I really send this in for you guys to have something cheap and fun to open. Sparkling Crystal. I don't know what the Sparkling Crystal is going to be worth. 25, but there we go. Galvantula. Double rare. Very cool. 25. And Tyranitar. He's pretty smooth. All right. You know what? Tyranitar is going right into the Holo Shuffle. All right. The Tyranitar is such a lovely card and so affordable. Okay. Cool. There we go. They're all priced now. There's none left to price. They've all been priced. And they don't fit on the table. That's okay. Maybe we'll zoom out. Zoom. All right. Whew. Mr. Gargoyle, 5 Narutos. You got it. I didn't know it was a video game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mister, when you get to mine, my bag is slightly bigger than my pee-pee. Very small. No! Very small, he says. Ooh. Happy Monday. How's your work day for you guys? Pretty easy, pretty nice. We are officially in August. Oh, August. Okay, you ready? Oh, the guy with the book. Very good. All right, here he is. It's been August for nearly 2 weeks. Yes, we're in the month of August. And it is that season to get your Pokemons. Here's this girl with the belly button. Naruto doing his ninjutsu. All right. Is this Terraria music? I like it. I haven't been here in a while. How's everyone doing? What's up, Theodore Labby? He says he hasn't been here in a while. And he also says, how are things doing? Hey, there we go. Have you ever gotten a postage due on a USPS white envelope? Just happened to me. That's silly. On a white envelope? Jesus. They said, you're not getting away with this. All right, Mr. Gargoyle. Nothing crazy popping out. No, that's not true. You got this card right here. He's a SP. Cool, man. Cool, bro. Blake says, can I open my one-piece box? Well, Blake, I think that depends. It all depends on whether you'd like to open your one-piece box.
Hi. I'd like to open my one-piece box. I'm Blake.
Blake from Blake Breaks. Blake Potawills. Archie Yaboot. Okay. Mr. Blake. This is all the way from when these arrived. We wrote your name on a box and said this is his box. So you're not just getting the next one in the case. You are getting the exact one you are destined to receive. All right. Cool, bro. We got some lovely Paldea Evolved blisters, and they're well priced. They're at a good price. You'll like the price on them. They come with the bonus holographic card. It's a Black Star promo. All right, what we got? Did you ship me out today? Not rushing, just curious, as I can add more to it, says Roger Gray. Probably. I mean, Alexis was here and she did the shipping. So if we already made you your label, the answer's definitely yes. Ooh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. How lovely. You got this guy with the punch. In the arms of an angel. That's right. Hold. Skip the song already. That's it. We're playing this song on repeat for another 15 minutes. Do 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 do. Yay! Turn it down a little bit. Aha! There we are. Oh. All right, the Dawn card. The Dawn card. More like the Gone card. Some holos. Okay. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all here. You did it. You got scammed of it. Go show it to the postmaster. He will stamp and send it through. His stamp is king of stamps. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, you guys, the USPS scammed you, bro. Go get your money, bro. All right. Blake. Welcome, Blake. There we go. I had a brother named Blake. He and I never got along. We were just too different. Put this here. In the back. USPS so lazy, won't even put cards at my doorstep. Yeah. They're in a rush. They don't get paid a lot, by the way. I don't know if you've ever thought about that. They're not, like, paid exorbitantly well. So I try not to judge. Jesse, Salinas, Paldea Evolved Blister. Thanks, I have a baggie. So where am I keeping these blisters at? You guys got to consider these blisters. They're pretty neat. And you get to chase after Magikarp. All right, here it is. So here's what a blister looks like. Paldea Evolved Blister. Check that out. Straight from a case. I bought something like 20 cases of these things because I thought they were awesome. Plus, the cases aren't super huge, I guess. Opened a bunch of Death of Superman with my son. He loved it. The artwork is sweet. Have you ever seen the Death of Superman cards? No, I'm afraid I can't say I have. Okay, you got the Tink-a-Tink. The Death of Superman. Superman never dies. There we go. How much are them blisters? I think a round of them is 17 bucks. All right, that puts the price just around $5.50 per pack. All right, what we got? Not a bad price. I think that's actually better than retail. Got the tell. Oh, Heracross. Rawr. Oh my God, look at that Heracross. So cute. That's for Jesse Salinas. Move this out of my way. All right, cool, man. Okay, they get paid over 100K. Who gets paid over 100K? Somebody gets paid over 100K? I want over 100K. The weirdest thing happened just now. I woke up to find someone had broken into my house, entered my room, and pissed in my bed. Better check my remote batteries. What has this world come to? Sick. Yeah, it definitely wasn't you. Who did this? Not me. Theodore Labby. Rick and Morty Season 1. Here's Season 1. Star Wars Family Guy. Star Wars Family Guy sells a lot. That's a popular one. All right. My fat ass just made a sriracha buttered buffalo sauce for my mini corn dogs. Sriracha butter? Why would you need to add butter to sriracha, bro? That's gross. That's a heart attack. That's not yummy at all. You've made the sriracha impure. Thumbs down. No diluting the sriracha sauce. Butter? Gross, dude. All right. What do we got? Okay. Human Shield. Can't believe that was Season 1, though. Wow. Can't believe you guys were waiting to open these up. Every time we open these, we pull something awesome. We got Xiao Sheng. So cool, man. Look at that. Okay, little sketch card popping right out. It's so crazy that people wait to open these. They're so neat. We got Season 1 and Season 2. I'm talking about for Rick and Morty. We have both seasons that you can open. Okay, and here's Family Guy. Mister doesn't know how to cook. They are. All right. Very good. Lovely. Theodore Labby. SpongeBob is the best cartoon. Where's the nice slabs? These are the lovely SGC slabs that just came back. None of them are like super high tier expensive ones, but they're going to have their turn on the table. Everyone gets a turn on the table. You are a mod. Who's a mod? All right. The Ladian for Surge. This is 6 corrupted. Are you buying this for Sergio L12? Is that what's going on? 6, what's going on? 2. Sergio L12 from 6. It's for Serge. I wrote it down as Sergio L12. There's 2 Sergios. One of them still active. Arthur Bricker, 3 packs of the XY Eeveelutions. I paid for shipping the other day. Forgot to add in my note. Sorry, I have a new address. Starts with a 7 and I have a bag. Thanks. All right, so Arthur Bricker wants shipping, but he has a new address. So first step I'm going to do, we're going to delete the other address to make sure I do not make any mistakes here. Nashville hot chicken is dipped in hot sauce, butter mixture. It's amazing. We're going to go ahead and delete this. Nah, dude, I'm tired of every food item being covered in like freaking frosting or whatever. I'm so tired of food being that way. I'm fed up with it, man. I want to be, you know what it is? I want to be able to enjoy the food and not feel like I'm eating 10,000 calories a day. You know what I mean? Like the flavor of just like over-processed garbage really starts to get to me. It does. I like, when I eat the food, I like knowing that the food is something that I can enjoy and not feel sick from later and not feel like I'm eating 10,000 calories too. I feel like that's important. A lettuce wrap burger is so good. Oh my God, he's turning vegan. No, I'm not vegan at all. I just don't want to eat a cup full of butter with my chicken. Why can't I just have like some chicken and not a cup full of butter on it? I'm commenting on this a lot because I just ate Buffalo Wild Wings. And all I could think is like, why don't I just go get some regular chicken? You know what I mean? Why do I gotta have like nasty chicken? I ate their food. They had these tiny little fried wings and then they just cover them in sauce. And I'm like, you don't even eat this for the chicken. I love chicken. You eat it for the cup of sauce that they're covered in. And I realized what a garbage food product it was. I was like, man, no wonder everyone's dying. No wonder everyone's got problems. Here you are. It's not even about the chicken. It's about the cup of sauce they put on it. It's not brilliant cooking to take a cup of butter sauce or canola oil sauce or whatever sauce it is and then just lather the fried chicken in it. That's not clever cooking. You know what I mean? All right, you ready? Let's sneep it up. Ooh. Did he say we're shipping? Okay. Ready? BWW is going out of business. A Buffalo Wild Wing? Yeah, I heard about that. Here's a Rattata and Pidgeot. Oh. Sounds like TCC doesn't like flavor. Here's Imakuni Doduo. There we go. Here's a Rattata. Look at that Rattata. It's the other way around. I really like flavor. I think that you could take a cup of sugar and pour it on something and call that flavor. You could take a cup of melted butter and pour it on something and call it flavor. But it's just not. It's just lazy. It's lazy. It's not actually creative. It's not 12 herbs and spices to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're just doing butter. You're doing sugar like a drug. That's not flavor. You are? All right. That's like food addiction is what it really is. Here's Nato King and Raichu. You did it. You got Raichu, man. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, eating a stick of butter is not like some special palate you've developed because you're a flavor king. That's a food addiction. Here we are. All right. You see these shoes? That's flavor. The chicken is already fried with spices, then dipping in hot sauce and butter. There we go. You ever been to Flavor Town? I saw a rib chef put red Kool-Aid powder on his rub. Oh no, that's sad. Let's jump over here. So we're gonna grab your new address. All right. Now what is going on here? KBBQ. Uh-huh. All right, so I was checking something else. Now, we were ready to focus on this. So this was Arthur Bricker. When I was younger on spring break, I turned on MTV and saw a guy eating mayo with a serving spoon. That was the last time I watched MTV. Ew. So, Arthur, I've got your address here. And now I'm going to go make you a label. Let's go get your email. All right, how heavy is this? That's pretty heavy. Print. Crazy how expensive the shipping gets when it's heavy enough. It was probably vanilla pudding. They tricked us. All right. All right. Grade with CGC. They have 16 business day turnaround. What? I've thought about doing a CGC submission for you guys. You know how we do PSA middleman? Thought about doing that with PSA. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate these. So here's the Hydrapple. Oops. Oops. There we go. The Reboot. The Eeveelutions break. Orthworm and Turtonator. SGC slabs growing on me. Well, my Pokeball looks different. Yeah, I mean, like, they were always fine with me. They were just... Every slab company, the most important aspect of them is not their slab design. The most important aspect to me is, did they accurately grade my slab? That's what matters the most. So, like, if I go buy an SGC slab, will it convert into a 10 with other companies? That matters the most. But they're owned by PSA now, so... Dylan James Atkinson, one sneaky bunko. I think you should buy with confidence when it comes to SGC. If you are a kind of person where all you care about is at PSA, you know what I'm saying? That's not a PSA 10. Well, PSA quite literally owns SGC, so I don't know. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, my Lord. No way, dude. Whoa! Oh, my God, man. That's a huge pull. We better sleeve that bad boy up. Holy. He pulled the Megumin. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure if that's the right way you say it. Bro. Signature Megumin. Don't show that to Jeff. He's going to be mad. Isn't that the top card? I don't know if it's the top card. I think there's two versions of the card. The SP and the SSP. Is that right? That's ridiculous, Dylan. Dylan, this card you just opened, I think is going to be worth a couple $100 at the very least. You should send it off to grade with PSA. If you want me to send it off, $45. Megumi. Big hit. Woo. That's Hinata. Yeah, so if you want me to grade this and send it off to PSA, when it comes back, you'll be more valuable. Yeah, that is a big pull. Congratulations. Dylan James just pulling a Megumin. I feel like it should go in the Cool Kids box, probably. Dylan, the Cool Kids box is where we put expensive cards. Those cards that go into the Cool Kids box can never be repoed, meaning they can never get too old. And so I'll put it up there and let it sit there, okay? Doo-doo-doo. Dylan J. Atkinson, 8.24. What show is that from? I do not have a clue. All I know is that everyone tells me that's the most expensive card in the set. That's the top card! Woo! All right! We just pulled the most expensive card out of... Here we are. Out of our box. That means we had a good case. Let's see if I can look this up. Sneaker. Bunko. Okay, PSA 10 Sneaker Bunko. Let's go with the highest price. I mean... Wait, that's a different signature. So which is the one we had? So here we have... This is golden, right? Yeah, that's golden. So here we have the exact same card. See that? And they want 1.3 thousand for it. Pretty good. All right, send in for grading, Dylan. I want to grade this for you. That's the mage from the group. Why is that the chase? What company are the black slabs from? SGC. It's a different grading company from PSA, but PSA actually owns this company. Stephen Young says, the 75% Indian, 25% Jamaica label sold for 1.5K. Uh-huh. Mister, you have 2 items in your eBay cart. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, I'll go put this in the Cool Kids box. We gave him plenty of time to see it. I wasn't sure if he was there. And then let me head over to Mike's side. This one's going to get clipped. All right, you never know what's going to happen, guys. This is going to say Sneaker Bunko. It was pulled at 35 minutes in. Wow. Man, why don't you guys get the luck sometimes? I don't know what it is. Oh, got an important message. All right, there we go. Whew. Oscar Diaz says 1 Paldea Blister. Oh, yes. 2 Nike. We've got Nike cards, guys. Did you know that? Carddass Nike. And 1 Twilight. All right, so here it all is. That's the show, the guy that brings the goddess with him, right? What are you guys talking about? I know you Pokemon card chads aren't talking about anime, right? Here we are. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Tink-a-tink. So there we are. Let's get these opened. Oscar Diaz. Why does PSA keep SGC around and not just merge? I think it's because the SGC brand has its own value. I don't know if you knew this, but like 2 of the most expensive cards in the world, they're not PSA brand. They're actually SGC brand. They're vintage baseball cards. And they hold the record for highest price ever. Here we are. Oh-ho! Looking crazy. Here's the pink girl. Konnichiwa! So these are at the bottom of the menu. They are girl cards. If you like sexy girl cards. There's only 2 per pack. They're a premium card, though, made out of a premium material. I was told they're made out of a metallic material. Look at that. Super, super shiny. That is Bandai Carddass. See that, Bandai? So they're the company that printed them. Reputable company. Okay, here's some holos. Definitely nice if you like cute girls. I feel in a giving mood. We can't talk about Pokemon anime right now. The voice actor for Misty passed away from breast cancer. Pretty tough news. Here's a Rookity. Look at that Rookity. Nice. Came out of Paldea Evolved. Ooh, a little Pikachu, too. Okay. Cool, man. Oscar Diaz. Is this the usual Oscar Diaz? Because I noticed there's an Oscar and then a middle letter and then a Diaz. Oscar Diaz, can you confirm you're the usual Oscar Diaz? You're worrying me, man. Slightly different name. Keep the holo. Okay, I'm going to keep these holos. It is you. He knows about the keeping the holos thing. There we go. And here's your bag. All right. In the ZELLE, I have an L. That's right. Whoa, do you see those hoochie mamas? Those are some hoochie mamas. In your opinion, do you think it's worth grading with CGC? Yeah, I think it's worth grading with CGC. In particular, if you can get CGC pristines. Yeah, if you could get pristines, that would be definitely worth your time. Because the pristines will actually sell for a premium. The CGC Gem Mint 10s, I say they still struggle. Here we are. All right, Milk Reef for 9.5, 16 bucks. Gargoyle says, for Paldea Blister and a spot in the Eevee break. There it is, the Eevee break. The Eevee break has taken money from a lot of people at this point. So a lot of people are feeling banged up from the Eevee break, but it just keeps going. Okay. That takes up to 6 out of 18. Holo schmolies. There it is. Ow. Do 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 do. All right. What we got? Paldea Evolved. Tink-a-tink. Ha-ha. Blister time, says Stephen Young. All right. What's this going to be? We've got Baxcalibur, Pincurchin, Paldea Evolved Blister is popular. People are enjoying this. Well, Mr. Gargoyle, just some holos in that round. I have finished my laundry tonight while watching good old TCC. Did you just call me old? I'm young. Welcome, guys. I'm glad you joined us for our late night Pokemon card live stream. TCG Republic is the wrong price. I just checked TCG Republic. They say McGuman is $1,200. So Dylan is done. Joey Maycumber, 2. He's got a big order. 2 Paldea blisters, 1 box of Stellar Miracle, 30 packs, 2 Japanese, 151 boosters. Yo, I'm liking this order from Joey Maycumber. There we go, Joey. A box of Stellar Miracle. How close are those? Aha. A black label of the McGuman sold for $2K. Ooh, I got a little heartburn going on there. All right. Let's start here. I tell you what. Let me go ahead and get these 151s done. So, Mr. Joey, let's get you some nice ones. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Okay, 1 Apfel, and 1 Ivysaur. Yo! Look at that Ivysaur. Nice. Okay. Now, Stellar Miracle. Yep, we got Stellar Miracle on the menu. It's cheap. I think it's 20 packs for... I'm sorry, it's $2 a pack, so a whole box is $60. Give it a try. Stellar Miracle. Okay. Ready? Let's snip it up. Let's snip it up. Let's snip it up. There we go. I have enough hair on my head to share. Okay, let's do it. Here goes. Here's this guy. You hear about the new Eevee set? I have heard a rumor that there's a new Eevee set coming out. Cool. Holo. Here's a cold one. A Knockdown, very nice. A Milcery, oh. This guy, Duraludon, Megalodon, Bridgelodon. Oh, you got the Turtonator. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Oops. Metacam. That's the Raging Bolt guy. Oh, you got the Ticking Time Bomb. I cut my own hair free. Here, let's see. Let's see what we got here. We've got, oh, the dog. Dashbund. A cold pack. A cold pack. Cold. Here's a Raboot. Oh, look at that. Terrapagos. Oh, no. You got Kofu. That's the same card I got. That sucks. All right. And, oh. And finally, Cold. You think they'll reveal a new Eeveelution? I sure hope they do. That'd be awesome, man. Come on, Pokemon, give us what we want. Set that over there. Ooh. Very nice. So, our Paldea Evolved. What is this music? Hold on, let me change it. Oh my god, this song's so good. Okay. All right. Haha. Okay. Is there something in the set I'm unaware of? Sneak. All right. Here's some holos. Here's some holos. We've got holos. Come on, Magikarp. Boss's orders. There's a Magikarp. Oops. Some more holos. Ah, wow, what a cold round. Straight from the blister packs. That's rough, man. That was for Joey Maycumber. Well, Joey. There you go. Those darn blisters. Orthworm. Yeah, I got an Orthworm for you, Mr. Roger. All right. Oh, right. The Magikarp is in here. Yes, Paldea Evolved is the $650 Magikarp. All right. Jack Gray says 2 Holo Shuffles. Here you go, Mr. Jack. You ready? Mr. Jack. TCC, stop flirting with us. 1, 2, 3. You ready? Oh, 2 Holos. That's cold. Sorry, Jack. Jack, I'm still waiting for those Holo Shuffles to pay out big, man. I don't know what the deal is with them. Let's go ahead and rotate these. Are you ready? So we've got a Duskull for $200, pop 12 from Power Keepers. Nice. Wigglytuff, Crystal Guardians Wigglytuff, pop 11. Here's Special Delivery Bidoof. Here's Charizard GX. And Magneton Star Card. Dylan James Atkinson, send to PSA. I'm so grateful for the polls. Yay! All right. This is going off to PSA. Very exciting. Awesome. Sweet. I'm going to join Eevee Break, but I've been in it twice. She's not looking to get hurt a second time. Anthony Kalura with a really big order. 1 of each XY pack. I'm also looking to start a slab away next month. Do you have your expensive slabs posted in Discord? I do not. The truth is I got a ton of special slabs that just randomly get priced here and there, and that's it. It's kind of like from my personal collection. Anthony, you were pretty good about paying off the Torchic, so I'm definitely going to try and show off some stuff for you. Do you have like a favorite Pokemon or particular Pokemons in mind? Also, he's got a big order, 1 of each XY pack. Let's start looking into that. So let's start putting each one of these together. We got Steam Siege, Fates Collide. Here's a Primal Clash. Yo, don't tip over. I don't want you to tip over. All right, there's Fates Collide, Roaring Skies. Roaring Skies is a good deal. Eeveelutions. Eeveelutions. Breakpoint. Breakpoint is only 22, huh? That doesn't seem right. Seems like that one would be more expensive. Primal Clash. Primal Clash. Break. Oh, Breakpoint versus Breakthrough. I see what's going on there. They have such similar names, it's confusing. Alright, so here's the Breakpoint. Ancient Origins. Ooh, man, the Ancient Origins is real expensive. Phantom Forces. Whew. And the last one says XY Giratina Blister. You didn't order that too, did you? Did you order the XY Giratina Blister? I don't think you did. Let's see. Not the blister. Okay, perfect. We got him. So he's curious about maybe another high-end Pokemon card. Why don't I run through some boxes? We'll ignore the prices, and you just tell me which one you think looked nice, and then we'll look up a up-to-date price for that card. The prices go up. They also go down, so having an up-to-date price is a good idea. All right, here goes. The XY era. Almost vintage time for them. They're like 10 years old now. Here's Ambipom, Xerneas. When I started 5 years ago, a lot of the XY era would have only been about 5 years old. That's not that old. Now it's creeping up on 10 years old. It's truly old now. This Xerneas is basically a hit. So you're starting off strong. That's from Steam Siege with the fantastic holographic Xerneas. You also got this Ambipom. Here's your next pack. No bulk or holos. Now, wait a second. I can understand if you don't want these, but you got to take these. This is valuable. If your Xerneas graded 10, it might be like $100, dude. That Xerneas graded 10, it might be like 75. I can see somebody paying 75. So he's not cheap, but I can understand like the regular bulk. Yeah, the regular bulk might be worth a few dollars, maybe. Depends on what it, like nobody's paying a lot of money for Raticate. Doesn't matter what season he comes out of. Here's Staryu Reverse. You got to keep the holos. I mean, I'll accept them as a donation, but you got to be well informed about them that they're valuable. Here's Electric, Feebas, Skitty, Barboach. Look at this. This is a non-holo Groudon. I would bet he's over $1 at this point. So we're going to keep that Groudon too. You're going to put that Groudon in your folder. There you go. All right. If that Groudon could grade 10, you never know. He might be worth like $50 one day. One day. They're all getting real old. XY era. That's why you got to pay more attention to them. But yeah, I can understand the bulk. I actually never really thought that the XY bulk was that valuable. Like Skiddo, Bronzor, Staryu. The only thing is people want to keep their bulk because, you know, they're spending so much they feel like they need to. Florges. So you got Ursaring. He's well-centered. Look at that Ursaring. It's nice, man. So that could be a 10 Ursaring and could literally pay back the value on the card. You got to grade him and he's got to sell. Two things. Ooh, Eeveelutions. Well, it looks like you got something in here. Let's see what it is. I take it back. You got nothing in here. It's just a little warped is all. Here's Venusaur Spirit Link. All right, Eeveelutions treating you wrong. That's a tough pack of the Eeveelutions. You definitely got to keep the Eeveelutions bulk. It's like base set bulk. All right, we got a couple packs left to save us. Come on, baby. There's a Natu. He's technically a bulk card, but look at him. He's a special bulk card. You got to keep it. All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. Here we go. What do we got? Ooh, baby. Mega Rayquaza. Look at that, everybody. Beautiful. I'm telling you, Roaring Skies is underpriced. That set should be more expensive by now. Too many Rayquazas in that set. Rayquaza's a chase card. Everyone loves it. He's one of those cards that's not niche. Because most people will pay good money for a Rayquaza. All right. You got a chance for the golden Alakazam Umbreon Lugia card. We want the golden card. Let's see what's in here. Looks like it could be something. Kangaskhan? Nah, not lucky. All right, just a Kangaskhan in here. Mega Rayquaza. Now, this is where a lot of your money is right here, is in this one pack of Phantom Forces. Good luck. Okay, are you ready? It looks like a standard pack. Oh, man. Ooh, Regigigas Holo is helping a little bit. Look at that. Okay. That's a really expensive pack to open. The Phantom Forces gives you a shot at one of the... I think it's the most expensive pullable card in the XY era. That Silver Dialga. All right, what we got here? You get a reverse holo. Ooh, Bellossom Volcarona. Okay, there it is. There it is. How was this round? It was okay. I feel like the Roaring Skies is definitely helping out here because it gave you a Rayquaza, but you did not pull big on two of the most expensive packs, which would have been Phantom Forces and Ancient Origin. Let's go ahead and sleeve these up. All right, and Bellossom. There it goes. Mega Rayquaza. Yeah, the Eeveelutions pack was kind of cool too. This Venusaur Spirit Link. Let's change the music. Do. How about this one? Rain? Oh, yeah, Rain's really good. The CT scanner doing work. Turn us down. All right, so here we go. We got Mega Rayquaza, Bellossom, Venusaur Spirit Link, Volcarona, Bunnelby Reverse Holo, Regigigas Holo, Kangaskhan, Swellow, Natu, Ursaring, Barboach, Staryu, Xerneas, and Ambipom. All right. Next round would be hits. All right. I mean, it's not a terrible round. It's just, yeah. It's also not like a big hit round. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? The Phantom Forces could have been worse. Could have been no Regigigas in it. Grab this. Anthony Kalura. Did we create a bag for you and put it on the table? That's exactly what we did. Okay, thank you, Anthony. So Anthony is a little curious about expensive Pokemon cards, huh? Live Customs burning up over there. All right. Let's take a quick look at some of the things we've got. Are you ready? All right, pay attention, guys. We're doing expensive slabs fast mode. Trico, Mudkip. This is a damaged card. PSA damaged this, so that's just part of my collection for that fun point. Trico, Tyranitar. He's not really for sale. This, well, he's for a break. We're waiting to break him. This Mickey Mouse card is the most desirable bubblegum Mickey Mouse card because it's a portrait of Mr. Walt Disney himself. Trico Quillfish is an interesting one. I think he's like Pop 2 or Pop 3 from the Team Rocket Returns collection. So this card's desirable to own just because he's so freaking rare. And then here is our Rayquaza Deoxys. I got it at a really decent price because the guy selling it just needed to liquidate. He just needed to get out of Pokemon. And yeah, so I got that at a good price. The Deoxys Rayquaza. I don't know what he'd be today. I'm trying to work on a Deoxys collection. Ooh, the Gold Star promo Snorlax from the XY era, super rare. This wrongly encapsulated card. I think this is my favorite bubblegum card. 1935 Mickey Mouse taking a selfie with Pluto. I really like that one. It's also very vibrant. Here's Melodic from Dragon Frontiers. That's a seriously good card. Piranha Plant, Sandslash. How much for the T-Tar? He's not for sale. We're just saving him for a break. I need him for a break. I paid a premium for him, so if I sold him, I would not be able to make any money. When I put him into the break, he's going to have a premium. All right, some Charizards, actually. Here's a base set Charizard, some Carddass Charizards, no rarity Charizard 5, Dark Charizard 10. Actually, you know, I got two of these. I got two of these Charizard Supreme Victors. Here's a base set Charizard. I have two of those as well. I think I got two of these Burning Shadows Charizards. You want a Burning Shadows Charizard? That's an interesting thought. Yeah, here they are, two of these. When I have two of them, I'm more inclined to say, okay, I'll sell it to you. Okay, we've got Expedition, you know, because I've got another one, and that gives me some time to pick up a fresh one. But yeah, take a look at that. It's pretty cool, huh? So those double Charizards. Charizard's always real popular to collect. Oh, look at that. I got two metal Charizards. This is my Charizard box. Here's a really nice one. Charizard Prism from the Merlin collection. That's a Charizard you guys don't own. Super rare. You still have that Dark Magneton? Dark Magnet. You mean the PSA 10 first edition Dark Magneton? I do. You might convince me to sell you one of those because I don't need two of them. He's super rare and he's super expensive. There you go. I own two of them because he's pretty much one of my favorite cards ever. Look at that. Everything's for sale, but the more I love it, the more tough I'll be on price. Does that make sense? So you could actually ask me for one of these, but I'm going to ask for a tough price. But then again, if you were to ask me for something like this Burning Shadows, this isn't a card I'm as attached to, and I'm not as scared about reacquiring. So you're going to get a more, favorable pricing, perhaps, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so some cards I'm really more scared to try and replace. They're just harder to replace. But my perspective is that as a card shop, everything is supposed to be for sale, and my skill is supposed to be in reacquiring stuff that I've actually sold. So if I've sold it, I'm supposed to be able to reacquire it. Here's Cloud. Here's a Lugia. This just sold an auction for like 11,000. Can you believe that? Wild stuff. Skyridge. Here's the original first edition Jungle Snorlax. He's a really pricey card. We're opening a box of Jungle Snorlax, or Jungle first edition. We're hoping to pull that bad boy. Some Shining Tyranitars. I used to have 3 of these. Somebody is buying one off of me. Dragonite Nidoking. There's that Bandai Starters. Really rare, really bizarre card. I have multiples of this Nidoking. You could buy a Crystal Nidoking from me. I got one in particular I'm selling. He's got an older cert number. I don't know where he went. He's somewhere. But that would be one I would not cry having to let it go, because I bought him to be able to sell them. Some poker cards. The Umbreons. The Umbreons aren't like mind-blowingly expensive. I'm just stocking up on a couple Umbreons in case those Umbreons get expensive over time, which they might not. Our Gengars. Okay, so obviously I'm really deep on the poker cards. I love poker cards. Big fan. If you want to be a fan of the poker cards with me, you got to be patient, because it takes a long time for a set to become well recognized, you know what I mean? People almost have to develop a nostalgia for it. Let's see, did Anthony say anything? He just watching? How much was that one? The Dark Magneton will be around $8,000 if I had to guess. So here's an Electivire. He's nice. Oh, there's that Vulpix Carddass. Somebody was asking me about Vulpix Carddass. Yep, I've got it. Typhlosion from Dragon Frontiers. The Cheese Birthday card. Rhydon. Totodile. Rock Returns. Magnemite. Hitmonlee. Groudon. Kyogre. Dark Mutt. Gardevoir. These are a little more in the affordable range. They're not like insanely expensive. Some cards are really expensive, you know. Here's a nice one. The Dragon Blast Giratina. There it is. So that guy's for sale because I got 2 of them. Here's Gardevoir, the Raikou. That's a nice card. Flames Charizard, another Tyranitar for a break one day. How about the Shining Tyranitar? I'm down to just 2 of the Shining Tyranitars. Let me take a quick look into them. What I can tell you is when I go to buy them, I can't get a good price on them. So restocking that card is not easy. All right, give me a moment. It looks like the cheapest bite now is 4.6. We're adding a 4% tax onto it. It's 184. So I could do maybe... I mean, if I was going to sell the Tyranitars... Problem is, I don't want to sell it. That's the problem. I really like him. I'm a big... did you know, like, he's one of my favorite childhood cards? Let me take another look at the Tyranitars. It's hard to sell something like that. I'm not lying. Is there any good Garchomp cards? I see them everywhere game-wise, but never any slabs of them. Yeah, he's kind of like a childhood nostalgic card for me. Same with the Dark Magneton, to tell you the truth. This card and Dark Magneton are nostalgia cards for me. This card I never owned as a kid. I never collected Eclpise. He's extremely fancy looking. They're actually made in the similar time period, 2002, 2003. I don't know, man. I sold one of them. I don't want to go down to one of them. I'm gonna hold on to the 2 of them. I'm supposed to be able to sell them though, you know. So like, if I sold one, I'm just supposed to be able to reacquire a new one at a price where it's okay because I've made like I guess a profit margin on it. I don't know. I'm scared of these though. I truly am scared of these. They are not easy to. Yeah, I don't know. Diamond Hands, mister. Oh, I'm Diamond Hands. I'm Diamond Hands all the way. I'm not anything but, and I call it cardboard hands, by the way. Cardboard hands. Diamond Hands is for like investors in the stock market. Cardboard Hands is for Pokemon card collectors. Let's take a look at a couple more cards, okay? What do we have here? What the fuck? Yo, I didn't even know I had that. Where's this box been sitting? Some Dialga. I didn't even know this box existed. Oh, it's the Misty box. Yeah, I got some Misty cards. The Misty box had all this crap in it? Oh my god. Just thought it had like Misty cards in it. Oh, there's my PSA 10 Gengar. Wow. Misty box OP. Misty's a bop. It's got some of my Gengars in it. It's also got these Emerald Dusclops in it. Check out these Emerald Dusclops. If you guys didn't know this, I'm a huge Dusclops fan. I developed a liking for him later. I just love the way he looks. He's kind of like Haunter. He's got like the floating hands. He's a mummy type Pokemon. He looks like a mummy. Evolves from Duskull. You know, they're from the 3rd gen. It's all good. I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a Duskull collector. All right. Oh, here's an interesting one that was for sale. So, this card right here was just up on the table. That is the Shining Mewtwo. So you were after the Shining Tyranitar. I'm kind of trying to hold on to that Shining Tyranitar, but we got Shining Mewtwo. He's an option. All right, so you see that, Anthony Kalura? He's pretty good. Now we got Rocket Mewtwo, Houndoom. That's a pretty solid one. I bought him with the intention to turn him into inventory. Sabrina's Gengar is a pretty interesting one. I got multiples of the Sabrina's Gengar. God, I love that card. I had that card when I was a kid. Shining Celebi, Gyarados from Holland Phantoms. Dark Blastoise is an option. I have multiples of those. There's the Dark Magneton that you were asking about. Dark Magneton is serious business, man. He is a really hard to acquire card. I don't even find him for sale half the time. Like, he's just not on the market. These are some cool cards, too. Don't forget about these Team Rocket cards. They're all rare. Team Rocket returns 40, Pop 40 Dark Tyranitar. That's some serious business. Okay, some, a nice Aerodactyl Pristine pre-release. That's pretty cool. This card is for sale right here because I've got a PSA 5. This is the no rarity symbol Charizard. Look at that swirl at the top. Really good stuff. You're not going to find that easily. Here's a Misty's Gyarados. Should I hold this? Is this going to be more valuable now that the voice actor passed? I don't know. There's a regular Magneton, Zapdos. This Mewtwo from Rocket Returns apparently is getting more expensive. This is Skyridge Crobat, no rarity Growlithe. I like the Mewtwo. If you have a first edition Espeon from Neo Discovery, that would be amazing. I do not have that Pokemon. I never bought the Espeon or the Umbreon from that collection because I felt they were overpriced. This Tyranitar is for sale. Let's see. Wick Blaine's Moltres is a very interesting one. Aquapolis, Ho-Oh, Dark Slowbro, Dark Dragonite. Very popular, Dark Dragonite. Everyone wants that card. So those were all some pretty good quality cards there. All right. I don't know what Pokemon you really like. You know, if you're going to invest in Pokemon, it often helps to stick to ones that you have nostalgia for and ones that you just couldn't sell. Like, you have trouble selling them. Because what I've seen is that cards go up in price over longer periods of time. You have to be patient. Because if you see them go down one year, you're going to be like, oh my God, I need to sell these, right? And then it's like 2 years later, they're way up. But it required a lot of patience to not sell them. Here's Suicune. I'm a big fan of this Suicune. Actually, Karis told me to buy that. She likes Suicune. She should learn how to draw Suicune. I should tell her to draw Suicune. Dusclops. There's another Aquapolis Nidoking. So Nidoking's on the menu. I've got 3 of them. He is an on-the-menu kind of high-tier card. When I get 3 of something, I go, okay, it's for sale. Here's Blastoise, Dark Slowbro, Karen Umbreon. Another, this is a no symbol Charizard, but he's PSA 3. That's the Umbreon that you're looking for. And then there's the Espeon from the same set. Duskull, Dark Golduck. Oh snap, the Dark Dragonite might be the winner. Everybody loves Dark Dragonite. There's Tyranitar. Oops. Arcanine Dratini. Dark Tyranitar again. Another Giratina. I liked the Giratinas a lot, so I snatched a couple of them over time. All right. So, believe me, I'm a fan of the Dark Tyranitar 2. Did you see the Pokevault was willing to sell his PSA 10 No Holo Dragonite? It's for 9K. Is it a first edition one? Or is it an unlimited one? Because there's a huge difference. Because if that was unlimited, that would not be a surprising price. You'd go, oh yeah, of course. That's because the True Chase is the first edition one. Having the unlimited one is cool, but it's just like, cool, bro, you got the unlimited one. It's like you always wish you had the first edition one. Yeah, well, unlimited's more rare. Can I slap away that Misty? I don't know what Misty you're referring to. But no, if it's not on the table, it's not for sale. All right, you ready? So, Anthony Kalura, here's an example of some very nice cards. Now, I gotta hurry because there's people in line and they're waiting for their cards to get open. Here's a Dark Magneton, a Dark Blastoise, a Sabrina's Gengar, Houndoom Aquapolis. See the big bar on the side? That's because it's from what's known as an e-reader set. Very desirable. Shining Mewtwo. This, I think, is one of the most expensive shining cards other than the Charizard from Neo Destiny. Very desirable. We've got the Crystal Nidoking. He's nice. The No Rarity Charizard 1.5 and No Rarity Charizard 3. And then we've got a Tyranitar EX. And this Dark Dragonite could be for sale. I think I have 2 of them. I would be down to 1. Now, if you're leaning toward one over the others, you can let me know. We can start researching their prices. Why don't you rewind the stream to see them all again? Just keep in mind, their prices vary a lot. So whichever one you want to buy. Also, you want my commentary on them? Let me look at them. So as an experienced collector, the ones that stand out to me, are you ready? Sabrina's Gengar, Dark Magneton, Houndoom, and Tyranitar EX. Those, maybe the Nidoking a little bit. The Nidoking, let me scan them. Oh, you can't scan them. So I don't know his population, but it's probably about 240 if I had to guess. So the reason these are going to stand out is because they're all low pop. All of these 4 right here have a low population. Yeah, like this guy right here, pop 65. I think this guy here, he's like pop 50 or 60 as well. I don't know about the Houndoom. I think he's under 100, and he should certainly be under 100. So as an experienced collector giving you good advice, if they're all the same price, I'm going after the ones with the lower population. Because overall, those have a better shot at going up in price. That's not strictly the rule. Sometimes a card is so popular, it outperforms. Here we go. So the Tyranitar is going to be pop 46. All right, so I acquired him into my inventory for resale because I'm not scared to have him sit in my inventory all year. Because one day I'll sell him, and when I go to sell him, he might be higher in price because he's just really low pop. So I scraped through the market that way. Okay, so this Houndoom... Okay, check this out. So the Houndoom, pop 56. All right, see? That's pretty low. So you pay attention to little details like that, and it kind of adds up. Dark Magneton says 65. The Sabrina Gengar, let me look up. PSA cert lookup. Anything from the e-reader era generally does well. E-reader era is very good. Part of that is because the booster packs are mind-blowingly expensive now. Okay, so Sabrina's Gengar has reached a pop of 101 now. There you go. So he's at 101. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it kind of breaks the barrier, doesn't it, of 100, but it's not too bad. 101. And then Eclpise over here. That's a very popular artwork, but he got to be like pop 300 or something. That means when you go to sell, you're in competition with everyone else who has one. And there's a lot of people who have one. So, the Nidoking is pretty rare. He's only 106. I was wrong about him being in the 200s. He's 106, so he's kind of like the Sabrina Gengar. That explains his unusually expensive price. Yeah, so when it comes to the WotC era, anything from Expedition, Eclpise, and Sky Ridge is just weirdly sought after. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that cards from that time period, you can't really open the booster packs anymore. Like, you can still open up Team Rocket booster packs. You cannot open up Sky Ridge, Eclpise booster packs. The Dark Dragonite, in comparison, is 216 population. All right. So that helps you gain some concept. These prices may be out of date, so we have to look up the price of anything you're interested in. There you go. These are all solid cards, though. In the end, they're all solid cards. This one might be one of your very best options. People go insane for Gengar. He is like not a niche Pokemon. He's a universal Pokemon. He is universally loved. This is a huge bragging rights Pokemon. For some reason, people brag if they got Dark Magneton. Social media responds well to it. The Mewtwo is going to be higher pop, but as Shining Mewtwo, they're all kind of pulling you in a direction. Again, one good piece of advice is maybe just buy the one that it's a Pokemon you really enjoy. Okay, so Mewtwo's pretty rare, actually. He's 217. So the Dark Dragonite and the Mewtwo are both pretty rare. Yeah. The Charizards would be cheaper. These will not hurt your wallet as bad, and you should have one of these in your collection, is my opinion. He's basically the first print wave of base set Japanese. Nobody really owns him as a 10. It's like $1 million as a 10. So most people own him as like a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or more. But yeah, so, okay, enough of that, guys. I'm sorry for the wait time. Let me go back to opening packs. 1.5 rating is crazy. Better than a 1, though. All right, let's get to it. Stephen M. Coulson, 1 spot in the Eevee break. 4, Holo Shuffle, Stephen Coulson. Thank you, Stephen. All right, and Eevee break. Grabbing this. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could sell one of those dark Tyranitar, or the shiny Tyranitars, but I'm trying to hold that card. That is like a childhood nostalgia card for me. I might just send that to the vault. Just be like, I'm done with it. Just leave it in the vault. I like showing them off, though. I sold one of them back when I had 3. I was like, all right, I got 3. I'll sell 1. But now I'm down to 2. If I sold another one, I'd just have 1. Thanks for the lesson, mister. Yeah, it's all good stuff. They're all really expensive cards. You saw they were all really beautiful. They're in a certain price range. That's in the, like, big baller price range, basically. You gotta be, like, a software engineer or something like that to start affording Pokemon cards like that. 4, Holo Shuffles. You gotta have a good job. And they perform well on social media. Pretty much all of those do. That's a measure for me. Social media engagement is a measure. Ready? Oh, yeah. Super Cold, Stephen Coulson. All right, Stephen, let's find your bag. How much is it to send a first edition Shining Charizard that is lightly played to PSA? Yeah, you got to go with the higher tier for that one, but probably not the highest tier. Just, you know, maybe... yeah, it might be like 45 or something like that. Keep the holos. Oh, they're in your bag already. I'm sorry. I'll keep them next time. Remind me next time, okay? So, Anthony Kalura's done 6 corrupted, says Orthworm for Wrath. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, 6. Sweet, sweet 6. Where'd it go? Here it is. Look at that. $20 buys you a little bit of joy. Isn't that nice? That's why we, you know, we don't have to grade Orthworm, but it's like, you just do. You just do it. It's a little bit of joy. 2, Roger Gray from 6. Always grade Orthworm. Okay, cool, man. We have an order from Roger Gray. He says, need a new bag, the Orthworm and 5 Stellar Miracle. So you are left with $20 left over. What would you like to do with that $20? We got 3 of these Stellar Miracles. Will you ever sell the Misties? I feel like the Misties probably just went up in value because the voice actor for Misty has sadly passed away. These are some unusually rare Misties. I'm supposed to sell everything. So there's supposed to be a price where I do sell this card. It's based on what I think it will probably do over time. It's a hold, you know what I'm saying? Some cards are really a card I'm trying to hold pretty strongly because I'm scared of my ability to reobtain them. That's what happens. That fear really dictates to me a lot. So this card has moved all the way up to population 19. All right. We are so Misty. There's a whopping 19 of them. It's a very beautiful card. Check that out. So nice. All right. Put that over there. Good thing I own some. TCC, what would your price be on a Karen's Umbreon 10? Lowest buy now is 2.2K. Yeah, I'm not really looking to sell that. That card's gone up in price over and over and over and over again. And if he was for sale, I'd just be out of them. You guys would be like, all I want is Charizard and Umbreon. So I just have none of them. So I don't really know what to sell them for. I could turn them into a break, like a large one day. The Misty's Nurse card has always caught my eye. There you go. It's actually kind of frustrating. You know, I like to sell cards, and I like to think that all the cards are cool and have value. You know, the whole variety of them. But then when everyone just asks for, like, Umbreon and Charizard, it's just kind of like, oh, okay. So all I need to collect on my side is Charizard and Umbreon, because that's all anyone wants. And for me, that's not satisfying. I go, oh, come on, dude. It forces me to focus my inventory into just a couple Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we are. I was talking about the Misty Blushing card. Here goes Roger Gray. Cold. 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 Ha-ha! Cling, clang. Cling, clang. And Galvantula. Woohoo! Ta-da! Let me sing for the people who bring me joy. She wants to be the very best that no one ever was. So, Roger, where will we be storing your bag? Do you need a new bag? I know you shipped the other day. Robert. I have a Pokemon cassette from Poland, and it has Pikachu's goodbye song in Polish. What? Mr. Roger. New bag. I put it first in order for the 20 go with 10 more stellar, I guess. 10 more stellar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you got it. Steep. And steep. When are we getting alternative art Orthworm? That's what I want to know. Holo. Oh, Dash Spund. Ooh. All right. I watched that girl from the Olympics do her breakdancing, by the way. The Australian girl. Oh my god, dude. That was funny as hell. Here's Dreadnought. Oh, I'm dreading it. Oh, yeah. Raboot. Give you the boot. We got Dash Bund. And ta-da! Duraludon. LA decided not to host it in 2028 after that. I heard that that had already been decided before her disastrous dance routine. There we go. Mr. Roger Gray. Here's Cobra, the Battle of Alabusti. We've got Ditto. Mega Gengar. Here's a Magaton PSA 10, super rare, Pop 6, and Glalie. Let's talk about this. He's Pop 6 out of 2,486 tries. That makes him a cheap and affordable $1,000. He is a super rare card. You find it for sale here on my table. How fancy is that? We got Todd Peters. This is for the XY Breakthrough Packs. Todd Peters. He wants a Breakthrough Pack. You got it. Anything you want, buddy. Ta-da! The shooting guy with one hand in the pocket getting silver is still the best moment. Her performance was definitely the cherry on top. Yeah. All right, Todd. Todd Peters. What's up, Todd? Welcome. All right. Oh, you got something, dude. You got something. How crazy is this, everybody? Oh! What kind of pack is this? He got a break card with the full art? I didn't think that was possible. I thought break cards only showed up in cold booster packs. I guess not. I mean, this would be proof that it doesn't. Holy cow, man. That was the round. Mewtwo full art and Raichu. That's a huge flip for you. Todd Peters. Mike's side clip? I can send it to Mike's side. It's a really good looking card. I think it's probably worth a couple hundred. And then the break Raichu is probably worth like 100. Yeah, that's cool, man. Wow. Beautiful. That Mewtwo is pretty slick. He's pretty slick. What do you think of that, Todd? Okay, Todd. I don't know if he's the chase card, though. I think the golden Mewtwo is the chase card in the set. Oh, I've got heartburn, man. I might go take a heartburn medication. Yeah, let me go get a heartburn. I'll be right back. Be right back. I don't know where it's coming from, man. Why am I getting this heartburn? I'm back. Sent a manly order. Oh, I'm liking the sound of that. Scyther, nice. Growlithe. Oh, there's that Snorlax. When are we gonna finish the Snorlax? Look at that, dude. This guy moved to 7 spots before this guy moved to his 8th spot. He's almost done, man. I swear to God that Snorlax is going to finish. Krabby. Pidgeot. I love me some Pidgeot. So Jack Gray says 4 Holo Shuffle, 1 OP1 Japanese. OP1, huh? 2, 3 to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 OP1. Here it is. Let's finish both today. Yeah, I'd love to see the Snorlax finish so we can move on to a new card. Oh my God, dude. You're getting roughed up in the Holo Shuffles there, Jack Gray. Let's try this. OP1 Japanese. Romance Dawn. Jack Gray, Roger Gray? Hey, that's a really good point. They both have Gray as the last name. That's cool, man. Must be related somehow. Distant relation. They're married. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, let's see. Hey, guys, we haven't ran the giveaway at all today. I feel like we should be doing that. I like to give back a little bit at a time. So this is the giveaway slab. Let me go set up Nightbot right now. Nightbot has not been active. TCC. All right, so the keyword is TCC. If anyone ever donates a slab for giveaway, we put your name up here, or we write your name somewhere where everyone can visibly see it, so everyone can see who's doing the generosity. Okay. Chris Abruzzo, Slab Away, the first edition Shining Celebi. Now, he wasn't for sale. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to look into him because he was at one point for sale. See, it says $624, so he was on the table at least 2 months ago. Chris Abruzzo, hold on a second. We're going to make sure that his price hasn't moved. All right, I hope he hasn't, actually. I would not mind getting you ready on this. I don't know, I have to report back to you. He went way up or something. What's our price? 1.63. That's an unlimited one. All right, so his buy it now price is 1.600. Mine's $30 over that, so it is going to change. It's going to get cheaper for you. How nice is that? Sometimes they get cheaper. You're going to get a cheaper price. Chris Abruzzo. Not really a big price change. Okay, but you know, it helps every little bit. Let me go put this away for you. Okay. And we're coming in here. Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. We need to go to slab away. August 2024. Chris Abruzzo. PSA 10 first shining Celebi. I had a guy who collected cards with me. His name was Vincent, and he had the shining Celebi. He thought it was so cool. I was like, yeah, well, that's not shining Tyranitar. Okay, let me see. How much did you send? Okay, so you basically just got it started. All right, I'll put it. Better put your name on it. There we go. Oh, I kind of rubbed the name there. Our Neo booster box is hard to come by. They most certainly are, yes. They are. So, Chris Abruzzo has that in slab away now. Now we've got an order for Mr. Gargoyle. He's been waiting patiently. 2 Carddass Pokemon, 2 Poker Pokemon. Yes, sir. Let's go get those. So here is our beautiful Carddass Pokemon. 1, 2. Okay, good luck. That wasn't a very good round. You got Ammonite and Spearow, 2 Pokemon Pokers. Pokemon Pokers have been restocked. That's a restock on Pokemon Pokers, everybody. All right, so we're going to just pull one from the front and pull one from the middle for you. All kinds of cool stuff in there now from multiple fresh decks. Bronzong and Executor. Cool, man. Okay, that's for Mr. Gargoyle. I've thought about injecting a cheaper deck into the poker box and reducing the price from there. You know, kind of like diluting it, because people like cheaper price points. But then it would be diluted, so, you know. Just a thought. Don't know what the customer likes best. Whew. And what is this? We have an order from Kendo Pelor. 1 box Stellar Miracle. You got it, Kendo? Whew, that hurt my hand. Inject plain poker cards. No, that'd be silly. No one wants that. That's like getting an energy card. All right. The voice actor for Leon is going to be at my upcoming convention. Should I have him grade Leon trainer card? Yeah, definitely, dude. If you got the time and the patience to do it, I'd do it. Why not? Of course, I don't think it'll be super valuable, but over time it might be. Wow, Keno, this says for you. Has a little girl card for the chase. Hey! That's so mean, bro. All right, what we got? 6 is going savage mode on him. Beep. All right. I sent you shipping for my bag. Cardconomist, says Todd Peters. Sounds good. It sounds like you would like me to ship out. Would you like me to include that fresh card you just pulled? The really oh, no, wait. You told me to send that to grade. Yeah, it's okay. So that one's in the grading pile. Sounds good. You're one very lucky guy today. You did a super big snipe. I think I have something for Gengar. I don't know what that means. You mean you like him? I have something for Gengar, like a gift. All right. By the way, if you guys are new and you place your first order tonight and it's at least a $20 order, I will give you one of these slabs for free. So these are for new guys who spend 20 bucks. You pick up a free slab tonight. They're not super expensive slabs, but they're not meant to be either. All right, Kendo Pelor. You've got a chubby for Gengar. Apparently, a lot of people have a chubby for Gengar. He is one of the easiest to sell cards out there. He just sells for days. There we go. The monkey. Here's Duraludon. We've got Lapras. How many sports cards are you going to buy with those cards? None. I'm not a sports card guy. Man, that Noctowl just looks so good. We got one of these graded 10. I went ahead and put it in the live custom. So you could pull one of these Noctowls graded SGC 10 out of the live customs now. He is such a nice looking card. I love that card. You know, I think this set's going to do all right just because of a couple good looking cards in this set. When it comes out in English, that is. Shining Celebi is better? Just kidding. Shining Celebi is really nice. Very nostalgic. Gen 2 Pokemon. Legendary. But you know, that Gym Heroes Gengar is like $4,000 or $4,500. And there is a good reason for that. That is because people cannot get enough Gengar. He is a seriously good choice. Actually, you know, I don't know if Anthony Kalura is still here. That might be the #1 choice, is actually the Gym Challenge, or the Gym Heroes Gengar out of that. Oh! Wow, you got the exact same box I got. You got the SAR Galvantula, and you got the Noctowl. Wow, very nice, dude. Now they just got a grade 10. All right, cold. Here's a cold one. Here's a cold one. You know, I ought to buy a whole case of... when a new set comes out, I ought to buy a whole case of it for me and just open the entire case. That ought to be how I do it. I'll mark a case for TCC, and then I just start going through that case. What's your cutoff for grading a card in general? PSA 10, 30, 50. Oh, I know what you're referring to. You're saying how cheap or how expensive. I don't have a cutoff, really. I mean, I guess I sort of do, right? Like, I'm not grading energy cards, correct? I'm not grading energy cards. But you saw me. I graded, like, Orthworm. I graded some Holos. They just have to look good. That's all. Oops. Card's kind of flying out of there. All right. Oh, you got the Gulpin. Gulp. This is how Six eats cake. That's why she's got chubby cheeks. All right. And here's a kill one. And... oh, Metacam. Look at that Metacam. All right. Very good. Very nice. Yay! Oscar's like, damn. I'm just being silly. I don't mean that. All right. Oh, yeah. Kendo Pelor. Set this over here. Mr. Kendo. Kendo, you have so many cards. How many cards? You've got so many cards that I'm about at a point where you need a box, man. You need like a case box. Mr. Throwing Shade. No, it's a joke. I do got chubby cheeks. No! Let's see. Don't let men define you, Six. Say no to men. Men. Kendo Shelf time. Yeah, Kendo Shelf's pretty soon, man. He's got enough. Because you got that box over there too, don't you? Yeah, you got a doubled ETB box. And you got enough for like another ETB box to be filled. Danny, say no more. Metazoo Hello Kitty. We are in the liquidate Metazoo Hello Kitty mode. You are going to find that Hello Kitty Metazoo is at a price point where I'm like just bleeding money a little bit. I'm ready to have this kind of moved off of my books and off the menu. It's a cute set, and I really like Hello Kitty, but I don't need any Metazoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Buy up that Metazoo, guys. It's $2 a pack. It's really not getting any lower than that, I promise you. At $2 a pack, this set will be liquidated in no time. There are a lot of Hello Kitty fans out there Let's do it. Ready? I think I hear Kara stepping around out there. You know, I went out there to get the acid reflux, the Tums, and I saw a glass where somebody had clearly poured milk into it, and it wasn't there when I started the stream. So Karis came out and drank a glass of milk. How do I not go bankrupt? Buying all the new Rocket set helps, says CEM. Buying the new Rocket set. Well, I would assume that the Rocket set gets overprinted. That's what I would do. Put this away. All right. You know, there's going to be guys like Collector's Cash or something like that. They're going to fill a whole warehouse up with that Rocket. It's going to be like their investment. They're going to fill a whole warehouse up with it. And it's going to be so overprinted. I swear to God, dude. Like, the demand is not going to come from children opening Pokemon cards. It's going to come from adults investing in Pokemon cards. Do you know what I mean? And that's going to trigger reprints over and over and over again. So knowing what to buy and how much of it to buy, it's all gambling. You really don't know how much they're going to print. I think one of the reasons the Evolving Skies was such a good investment was something we could not have predicted. So my theory is that the guy who was stealing all the Umbreons heavily impacted the Umbreon population. And so all these people were opening Evolving Skies and they couldn't pull the Umbreon. And when he got caught, I guarantee you that the Pokemon Company did not resell those Umbreons. They destroyed them. So Pokemon most likely destroyed all of those Umbreons. And so I think that that was a big part of the reason why the set outperformed. Not just the fact that it's also really desirable, but some guy was stealing all the Umbreon alt-arts on the production line. In other words, we should have pulled way more of them. And we didn't. Let's all pretend the Rocket set sucks, so it's short printed. Yeah, exactly. If it was short printed and popular, now that would do well. But they're not going to short print Rocket. Rocket's going to be scheduled to be printed to death. Never forget, Vivid Voltage from Sword and Shield era. Remember Vivid Voltage? Do you remember the raw hype for Vivid Voltage? And now it's like a box that doesn't change in price. And there's a reason for that. It's overprinted. Look at Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates has not changed in price for like a whole freaking year. Beautiful Charizard SV49. It like triggered the Pokemon Renaissance of the early 2020s. It did, all by itself. And yet, now the booster pack price is very stable. It hangs around 25 for like a whole year. What's that all about? Well, there's just too much of it. There's too many Charizard SV49s in the market, so people are just buying one that's already graded. They're not opening the set. So, and everyone's already got one. They've already got a Charizard, and they say, I don't need 2 Charizards. I'm happy with one, so I'm not going to shell out another $700 for a second one. That's what's happening. The box price has been stagnant for a while. It might go up, but will it beat the stock market? It has to beat the stock market to be considered a good investment. And so if it's not beating the stock market, it's not the set to be stocking up on. So, you know, I'm watching to see what kind of set comes out to see if anything really fascinating happens. But, you know, Scarlet Violet has just been okay. I actually just stocked up a little bit on Paldea Evolved. I really like these blister packs right here. These are pretty cute. So I grabbed some extra ones. I grabbed about 3 cases of it. That's not even a big purchase, really. You know, in the long run, I'll probably sell through them, if anything. And other than that, I mean, nothing really makes me go, oh, I need 20 cases of that. At least Vivid has amazing rares. Yeah, so Vivid Voltage was out of control when it released. Do you remember it? Some of you guys don't remember the release of Vivid Voltage. You weren't here for that. Vivid Voltage was out of control. Booster box prices around $400 a box at release. People going insane trying to get that huge fat Pikachu, the Rainbow Pikachu. And now, in hindsight, the box is like stagnant at $150 or something like that. Just won't move. That's a really good warning story to people who think all I got to do is buy up a popular looking set and put it into my closet. No, you don't. It's more complicated than that. But that set was crazy popular. Now it's not. All right, let's see. So we got Chopper, PSA 9, $70. Ooh. But I made a video last night talking about a set that really did do well for me this year. Disney Topps Chrome. Disney Topps Chrome. I think I had 4 boxes of it at one point, and they all basically doubled in price. And it was a lot of money. For an investment, I guess you could call it an investment, but more like I had a feeling about them and I stocked up. Jack Gray 2, Holo Shuffle's Hot Ones this time. You know, it's shuffled every time, Jack, so it's really random. But I'm rooting for you. You've gone deep enough. I want you to get a hit. You go deep like that. Oh, well, there you go. Look at that. All right, Rillaboom. Rillaboom. I don't remember a Rillaboom. Is it a golden Rillaboom? Roth says, oops, I haven't seen mine. Surging Sparks released in November, most likely getting a Pikachu chase card. Cool, okay. What do you call it? Surging Sparks? Yeah, I guess we haven't had a Pikachu set for a while, so it would make a lot of sense if we got a Pikachu set. Oh, that's a nice card. Here you are, Rillaboom. Very solid. So, this comes out of Darkness Ablaze. It's the secret rare, and he's a nice golden card. Surging Farts. We get another McDonald's set this fall. The McDonald's set must be very popular with kids. All right, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. Ayovic, Ayo! He wants 5 of the Korean Lost Abyss, Matchless Fighters, and Blue Sky Streams. All right, 5 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, everyone, check out my Korean menu. These booster packs are $1.50 now. That's $1.50. This is $1.50. It's a set that I can restock on at a good price, so it's just gone down is all. And, yeah, so they're very cheap, very fun to open. I mean, this is Lost Abyss. It's kind of old now. I feel like it's from 2.5 years ago or something. And then Blue Sky Stream, that's really old. It's from 2021. Same with the Matchless Fighters. They're all really old sets now, and yet so affordable because they're in Korean. So I feel like there's a real value proposition to the buyer where they might buy an older card from 2021 when opening these and get it graded and try to flip it on the market. Or hold it. You know, because I think that people are comfortable collecting Japanese packs. I think they should get comfortable collecting any language. Any language. Spanish, Chinese, Portuguese, Dutch, Spanish. I think I already said Spanish. French, German, Italian. Pokemon gets printed in many languages. All right. Here it is. Can't wait for the jungle break. Yeah, it's a slow-moving break, man. And we're just going to let it take its sweet time. That's what we're going to do. Okay, we got Rotom. Crocodile something. Giratina. Cold. Cold. A Holo. Cold. Holo. Cold. Articuno. Cold. Slow King. That guy whose name escapes me. All right, there you go. Boop. No triple Altart snipe here, Mr. Ayovic. No triple Altart snipe. That's how it should be until everyone decides to jump in at the same time. 3/4 though. There it goes. Yeah, it takes a while, but I'm excited for Jungle First Edition. Dracozolt. Dracozolt. That name doesn't fit him. He looks like he should be named Goofy Butt. Here's Gyarados Prism 9 for only 120. It's a really good price, in my opinion. Quip's Vaporeon! Join the exclusive club of people who own a Quip drawing. Here's the Raichu Large, moving at the speed of light. Here's Scyther 9 for only $75. And Charmander Jack of Spades for $40. All right, cool, man. Gargoyle says he'll take 2 Carddass Pokemon and 2 poker cards. We got 1 and we got 2. Okay, just grabbing randomly. And from here, we grabbed from the front last time, so let's grab from here and from the back. You got a white deck. Ninetales Weedle. Awoo! Oh, Golduck from the green deck. That looks fancy. And then Litwick. There it is, Mr. Gargoyle. How does the Sublist work? It's a break. It's a custom booster pack break. And what you pull out, the chase card in the custom booster packs is another booster pack. It's the jungle booster pack. That's what a Sublist does. Yep. So, over here. So, where am I keeping it? Oh, I'm keeping it by the jungle box, aren't I? Hold on. Oh, here it is. So this guy is $40 per spot over here, and I think it needs to have some spots actually added to it because the price changed. But there'll be 15 custom booster packs. Your odds are 1 in 15, therefore, right? And then, you know, you hope to get pulled. If your booster pack contains the Jungle First Edition booster pack, then you get added onto this list. So that's the hit out of the Sublist. Think of it like a booster pack that gives you a chance for a booster pack. All right, who do we have next? We have an order from Todd Peters. Around to shipping. You can ship to the address on my PayPal account. Okay, Todd Peters shipping. There it is, Todd Peters. Thank you, Todd. I already got what I needed from the last jungle break. Okay, so. Well, you never know, man. You might pull again. Were you the one who pulled the Snorlax? Imagine pulling him in first edition, too. That would be pretty amazing. Something amazing, I guess. Okay, we've never shipped Todd before. Going into the PayPals. Logging in here. Tonight's been an okay night. We're going to go over here and find Todd Peters. Hey, Jennifer Yap's here tonight. What's up, Jen? How are you tonight, Jen? Is it worth sending them to grade those XY that I just pulled? Yes. Yes, it is. This one in particular, this Mewtwo is worth sending out to grade. You also have a Greedent. He's cute. Dark Sylveon's cute. Well, Reshiram Charizard's not bad either. If he could grade 10. I don't know if he'll grade 10, though. But that card right there, if he could grade 10, he'd be worth sending out. He looks decently centered. Yeah, he's a nice-looking card. All right, you can think about that. I'm going to go ahead and open up a label for you. What does the Mewtwo got in a 10? What does he sell for in a 10? Probably a lot. PSA or Beckett. We don't do Beckett. We do PSA. But if you're sending it by yourself, that's just up for you to decide whichever company you like. Beckett has 9.5 for the Gem Mint, which I think some people don't like. But if your card could get a pristine, that would be nice. I don't think your card's going to get a pristine. All right, here we are, and print. Yay! All right. Poor Raichu. You think Raichu will ever finish? He's at 4 out of 16. All right, so where are we? Mr. Todd. Miss Jen says she'll take a break spot in the Eeveelutions. All right, Miss Jen. All right. Oops. Thank you very much. Here's the bell break. Raichu's been going since I found the stream. Yeah. He's a very slow-moving large. Okay, and there is the Eeveelutions break. For those of you, he's got a lot of competition. Like, look at this amazing Eeveelution break. Your odds are 1 in 18 over here. It's only $40. And let me show you what you're going to pull. If you get the chase card You collect all 4 of these in an instant. They're all the aces from the Stadium deck. And you got Eevee, Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon. So, yeah, it's amazing. This is our 3rd time running this. The last guy who pulled it, he actually sold it back to me. What he did was he did a trade for a card he had in Slab Away. He said, "Can I finish my Slab Away with the Eeveelutions?" I said, "All right." There it is. Look at that. Thought it was 1 in 8, not 1 in 18. No, it's 1 in 18. Look carefully. 1 in 8 for these. That'd be way too low. Big difference. All right. You may be hearing from me again next week, says Stop World. Oh, I hope I do hear from you again. I'd love that. He says, just wait. I'm going to get a paycheck. It's going to be fun. We got Danny, say no more, Metazoo, Hello Kitty times 12. Hello Kitty is only $2 a pack. Go nuts on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very nice. Now is the time to go crazy. Here's a Magneton for $80. Mimikyu for $26. That's a good price. Blaziken, Pop 28. That's another one to consider. I don't know if Anthony Kalura is still watching, but he's a Pop 28. Team Magma versus Team Aqua. Anyone would be envious of that card. Here is a Typhlosion. Lovely Typhlosion. Place order. My second order came so fast. Let's go, Mr. Need Your Cash. Yeah, short wait times, but he makes a fair point. We could run out of things to do, and then I'll be like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go take a break. I've been streaming for 5 years. If I'm having shorter streams, I don't even mind. You know what I'll do? I'll work on getting the TheCardconomist, my other YouTube channel. I'll start getting that prepped for Monster Hunter Wilds, because I got work to do over there. I got like this list of things to work on. I'm turning into a tired old man, guys. You are. Any second now, a younger, more virulent, is that the right word? Male is going to stab me and take my place as king. We are king of the Cardconomist channel. There we go. All right. We're going to have Darth Alexis pretty soon. She's going to be streaming. She says she's going to be streaming on Wednesday, by the way. Here's Trade Costume. Old man Mr. yelling at kids to stay off his Pokemon. Do you respond to messages off stream somewhere? Yeah, you can contact me by email. Email is in the description. You can also contact me by Discord and Instagram. I'm a little slow at answering on Instagram. All right, here's Chibi Snipe, Kuromi, Chibi something. My Melody Holo looks nice. Okay. He replies really fast on his OnlyFans as well. Well, of course. That's good salesmanship on the OF. Here's Chibi Germinate. Okay. I don't think I see that one very often. This one's got to be rare. I don't feel like I ever run into this one. Weird. All right, we got Kuromi and Giraffe Possum. We got these guys looking cute. This guy. Women he pays to message you. What are you talking about? There we go. All right, very nice. You must think this pays really well if you think I got money to pay women to talk to you guys. Danny Cinnamore. I found the oddest thing at Hobby Lobby. They had a huge display of Hello Kitty merchandise, like better than most online stores. Hello Kitty, man, to the moon! Making somebody money. It's a popular franchise. If they ever came out with their own card set, like a serious card set, it could be a moneymaker. All right, you got all these lovely holos, and they're going in just like that. Okay. Let's get a little rotate going on. We've got this Dark Tyranitar 8 for 35 bucks. He's pretty nice. We have a Porygon PSA 9 for 80 bucks. We have a beautiful vintage pack break. Yes, it's expensive. Here's a Voltorb Carddass and Parasect Carddass. All right. I got a feeling these have been rotating too many times now. Pidgeot's going away. This guy's going away. Armorage going away. Krabby going away. Quip's drawing won't go away until it sells or until we get a different Quip drawing. He just got on the table. All right, rotating through the slabs. I think that means I can get out of the... Yeah, there we go. There's the regular. We were actually in widescreen. We were in the fisheye lens. Poor Duskmane Necrozma. He just never goes. Bye, Duskmane. Nobody wants to play. Here's a little Nidorino. Oh, that's nice. Cubone from the blue deck for $150. Cheap and affordable. Ooh, here's the Great Big Tree for 25 bucks. Red Eyes Black Dragon at its new price point of $140. Altaria 9. How many of those 100-year-old Mickey Mouse cards did you end up selling? I sold a decent number of them off the bat, and then I just kind of stopped advertising them as much. I didn't work as hard on it. I kind of like Pokemon a little better, so I don't work as hard on the Mickey Mouse. What's important, though, is I've got some money wrapped up in them, and they're just sitting around waiting to turn 100 years old. They were made in 1935, so in 2035, they will be 100 years old officially, which I think will raise their value by then. But, you know, if you ever want to take a look at my inventory of them, we can take a look at them, and then we can take a look at a reasonable price for them online. Yeah, I'm totally open to selling the Bubblegum Mickey Mouse cards. I just focus on Pokemon. Yep, I got him in a big case over here. All right. We took care of our friend Danny St. Amour. Now we got Michael Moore. 3 brilliant stars and shipping. I bags and slabs. All right, you got it. Big fan of the Mickey Mouse cards. I think it's a good thing to have a variety, not just Pokemon. And I like how unusually weird and rare they are. Like, there's so many young collectors who have no clue, like, that universe exists of these super old cards. They're from before World War II. That's super bizarre. All right. So, are you ready? Michael Moore. Ooh. I have a great big tree, too. I wish. Did you end up buying that burl? No, I looked at it, and then it sold. It sold. And I said, meh. I could have like a $200 burl with me right now. I think that, what was the price on it? I don't remember. Was it like $200? I don't think you guys would buy that burl, though, so no reason to. Here's the Weavile. You guys aren't all woodcrafters, so wrong audience. Cool stuff, though, isn't it? Mickey Mouse is better than Pokemon. What if you created a rotating slab machine? I've got one of those. It's called these mitts. All I got to do is rotate it by hand. It'd be cool, though, if I had a big machine that could load like 1,000 slabs into. How cool would that be? Okay, Michael, nothing real crazy popping out of there. Appreciate the order, though. Let's grab your bags and get you shipped. Michael Moore. There you are, a Michael Moore bag. Didn't have multiple bags, did he? Didn't see one in there. All right, Michael, we got this one bag for you. Appreciate it, man. And we're making you a label. Ah, here we are. Hey, Perez says, if you could craft something cool with it. Unfortunately, I cannot. I don't have the tools. Wow, 50 years of Hello Kitty and they don't have any card series. Yup. Pay Alexis to stay awake for 24 hours straight and rotate every slab by hand once, then play that video footage on a loop. She doesn't need to stay up. She doesn't need to stay up for 24 hours to do that. That would take like an hour or two. That wouldn't take that long. Maybe I should make a video. Every single slab I have for sale. All right, there we go. What do we got over here? Kendo Pelor, 1 Azure Lane English box. Any little girl cards given to 6. You got it, Kendo Pelor. First, let me begin by rotating this. We're going to grab a couple boxes of the Azure Lane out of the other room. There we got the Firo. We got Sanji. Lieutenant Surge Rattata. And Como O. We also have Dash Spund. Look at that Dash Spund. Lay every slab on the floor like it's carpet and make a video walking over them. So he said an Azure Lane English box. I'll be right back. Ooh, my back. All right. Woohoo! 1 whole box of Azure Lane. Ta-da! Put this over here. And this over here. Okay. Hopefully the one with the big Siggy in it, right? The Nami manga you pulled, that could have been its own video, and it would have gotten 50K to 100K minimum, especially with the set being so new. I think it was its own video, wasn't it? There we go. You're welcome to give Mike Site some tips on editing, by the way. All right. I thought he posted it already. He posted it as a short. Toss that away. All right. You'd be surprised, man. It's pretty competitive out there. Here's this. No, it was a short. So do you feel like it should have been double posted as both a short and a video? I'm going to crack that whip. I'm going to tell Mike's side to get to work. Haha. We can test it out. You know, we've not had that much success with regular videos. All right, let's snipping this up. I'll tell him to do it, you know, because that's a valuable pull. Snip. I need to get my editing laptop all up and ready to go and make some of this content myself. And practice my own editing techniques. Because if I find something that's good, I'll just tell Mike's side to copy me. Since I'm a pretty skilled, not skilled, but let's say experienced editor myself. I just don't do it as much. I let Mike's side do it. I do the live streaming now. Here's a holo. And this is kind of where my time is best spent, hosting the live. Here's a holo. How much is this card worth that you are talking about? Oh, you did it! You got the paperwork card. Oh my god. All right. Here's a holo. Do you have any Phantom Forces boxes in storage? I believe I do. I have a sealed case, like an authentically sealed case of it. All right. Why, you want to buy my authentically sealed case? Here's the problem with the case. I think I cracked it open when I bought it, just to make sure it was real, and then I taped it back up. And then I believe I left a note on the box that says, this is authentic, you retaped it. So I don't think I can resell it as a sealed case, but I would probably sell the booster boxes out of it. Here's a holo. A whole case. Open it on stream. Yeah, that would definitely get me some views. What did I pay for that case? I can't remember. I think I paid $8,000 for it. And at the time, that was considered a premium price. And I believe Phantom Forces has gone up since then. Back then, that would have been considered like overpriced, $8,000. And I was like, hell, I'll buy it. Here's a holo. And here's a holo. That's why, you know, when you look at something for sale, and you go, you know, I think that's expensive. You just never know. Because, like, 2 years later, you might be like, damn, dude, I should have bought it at that price in the past. Wow, I like this card because, look. Hold on. She's got a card. Aw, so cute. All right, that's a good one. I like that one, Kendo. Are you sure it's not G.I. Joe? Yeah, I'm sure. We got some G.I. Joe if you want to open any. Here's a holo. Cardception. Here's a holo. Here is a holo. All right, you got Devil Woman. Angel and Devil Woman. There you go. Those are your 3 full arts, Mr. Kendo. Nice round. I liked it. Thought your round was pretty decent. Phantom Force Booster last sold for $2,300. Yeah, so if I bought a sealed case for $8,000, and that means each box inside was like $1,200 or something like that, something in that range, and they're selling for $23,000, that's pretty good. I think I bought the Phantom Forces box over a year ago, so I think it's been 2 years since I bought that case, and it's just done well. People want that. People want that Dialga, man. All right, cool, man. The more I look for Hello Kitty cards, I really think you should grab a case of KU Hello Kitty. Those KU cards, man, they scare me a little bit. Like, we got KU SpongeBob, and it did okay. Yeah, maybe KU Hello Kitty is worth trying. All right, what we got? Look at that. Konnichiwa, Kendo Pelor. Big supporter, big time supporter, Kendo Pelor. Thank you, Kendo. I appreciate it, man. Kendo, what do you want on the menu? I'll get you whatever you want. Make sure that Kendo's getting what he wants on the menu. Give the little girl full art card to 6. This one right here, I'll give that to 6, okay? All right. Oof. Do you get many sales for Shrouded Fable? I never even got Shrouded Fable. It's so annoying. I ordered ETBs and they were delayed. Now we're waiting for the Greninja sets to show up. I'm so disappointed. Guess I should have ordered the Greninja sets to get us started. I don't know. I'm probably going to be real late to the party, so we'll see what happens. Mr. He's bullying me. No bullying! Stop the bullying! 6, you're going to have to stand up to your bullies. I'm going to get you some mace. The mace they use on bears. Bear mace. Here comes her brainwashed simps to the rescue. Baseball enters the fray. I'll bully him back, don't worry. Oh my god, you guys. Okay. Saya Dari, Indonesia, done. Dandi might be Indonesian. I'm not sure, but I think he might be Indonesian. Okay, Mr. Graham Atkinson. Hey, Graham, I don't know if you're watching. I noticed you are ready for that refund. It's how I show love for my internet son. Graham. Darn. I want you to know, Graham, having to refund this order lost me $13. But I appreciate your order. I really do. All right. That is Graham Atkinson. Okay, it's not a big deal. I can afford to lose $13. Just part of doing business. Baseball Mitt says, I think I'm going to start an OnlyFans and charge for people to have me pretend to be their dad and tell them I'm proud of them. I just bought that set because 6 loves girl cards since she is in a giving mood. Oh. Here's Blaine's Vulpix 9 for $25. Just a couple of these tag slabs left, and then we're out. Here's a Ponyta with what appears to be a cat hair in here. Is there a cat hair? No cat hair allowed. There you go. Unless you guys want cat hair. I can get you a ton of cat hair if you want cat hair. Ponyta for $15. We have a... Oh, this is nice, actually. Here's a PSA 10 Fossil Ekans. Okay, cool. Here is a Versus Skarmory. It says 165, but we actually need to look that up. Okay. It's going to say PSA 10 Versus Skarmory. See if the price has changed at all. They're opening an investigation into the Brazil plane crash. Oh, man, that was so sad to watch. Are you still watching? Yes. Okay. What do we have it at? 165? Faulkner Skarmory. Going down a little bit in price to 150. That's nice. They need to investigate. Goodness, obviously, jet fuel won't melt steel. I'm sure with so many people having passed, everyone wants an answer to what happened. 824. Faulkner Skarmory. Cardconomist's Dragonite. Ooh. Wow, I didn't pay much for this. Says I paid $1,600 for that 4 full years ago. 4 years ago, guys. Wow. Crazy how much times have changed. PSA needs to add a QR code that takes you to a surveillance video of the grader performing the inspection. That'd be interesting. I think that'd take a long time to do. All right. All right. I've got a price. Do. A cheap and affordable $6,720 for this Dragonite. All right. Priced on $824. Okay, cool, man. Card I've never priced before, actually. We had the Gold Star Torchic up there. Why not have the other cards up there? Some pricey cards, huh? Is this a 10-hour loop of Terraria music? Pretty much. All right. You want the next song? Let's get the next song. This one's called Graveyard. Okay. We got Mr. Gargoyle. He says he'll take 10 of the Hello Kitties. Yes, the Hello Kitties are like $2 a pack. They've never been this cheap before. Please gobble them all up, and then I'll be sold out of them, and we'll remove them from the menu. It'll be a beautiful thing. I gotta go get more Hello Kitties. All I am here. I thought about a cool way to use your QR codes. What if they used them for pictures and videos of people signing to authenticate collectibles? That's a cool one. Yeah, I like that one. All right. Oops. I think the potential is there for that to be useful. Surprised other companies don't do that. Imagine if PSA did that. Wait, is it just me or do these look different? No, these don't look different. I'm just going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There they are. 10 Hello Kitties. Hello Kitty cards are flying. How much for a QR code to a Rick Roll? I don't think we could do that. I think that would be bad for the brand to do something like that. That's a funny thought, though. I found some Hello Kitty cards, but they are only the wafer card set. Only the wafer card set. Okay. And snipping these. QR code that takes you to PSA's break room camera feed. All right. Here's Chibi Adam. Here's Trade Costumes. Here's Kuromi. Look at that Kuromi. Nice. Chibi Griddle Greaser. Chibi Skunk Ape. What if PSA employees ran a secret fight club while they graded the cards? Probably not. Okay, some more holos. Mr. Gargoyle. And the pig. More chibis. Metazoo. So funny, man. And some more holos. So no more new news on Metazoo. Is Metazoo dead? Dead forever? No one's going to buy up Metazoo? Do I hold or open 151 ETBs? Open. You know my advice. It's always that you should open it. Okay, that's Mr. Gargoyle. Thank you, Gargoyle. I think any of the Hello Kitty cards where it's just the Hello Kitty card is really nice. Last I heard of YouTubers trying to buy the company. Oh, that's an interesting thought. Yeah, like if, you know, what if, what's his name? Alpha Investments. Let's say he bought the company pretty cheap and he just used his money to get the cards printed. That'd be interesting. Here's Zapdos. Of course, he would need all the artists and everything again. Probably more difficult than you guys think. Here's Slay King. Slay! We got Terrapagos. Bunnelby. Paras. Swilby once. Pokemon Poker, 1 Japanese 151 and 1 classic. Okay, you got it, man. So Wilby, he said a poker card, right? Okay, your poker card is... Oh, nice, dude. Infernape and a classic. Okay. Pokeball. Those classics. The classics are pretty cheap, man. Snip of that. But we don't got Aaron Roach drilling those classics anymore, huh? That's kind of interesting. Oh, nice. You're picking up a Master Ball Sandshrew. Lovely. That's for Mr. Swilby. Okay, Swilby. Good round. It's a complicated mess of bankruptcy issues. A lot of people involved want the money still, so until then, everything just sits. Yeah. Crazy. I wonder, is the owner of Metazoo wealthy? Like, is he independently wealthy? Did he, in other words, did he become a millionaire from his somewhat successful venture? I mean, it sold well for a while before it all crashed. Will America ever get Master Balls? No. Well, I mean, maybe in an upcoming set, but not in the 151 set. Okay, next up we got Kendo Pelor. 1 box of Azure Lane English. You got it, Kendo Pelor. The owner is in deep doo-doo as far as I know. Whew. I don't like to hear that. There we go. Yeah, that's no good. You know, he probably could have used some help running it then. Maybe somebody needed to give him some advice or something. I don't know. I hope you only get little girl cards. Here we are. And here we are. All right. Rakazapdos coming down from the table. Ta-da! So you're telling me Korea and South Pacific villages get Master Balls in their Pokemon cards, but we get worthless Holo Energies. That's right. That's exactly what's going on. That is right. All right, here goes. You ready? The IP was kind of cool, at least, says Gargoyle. Sure, sure. I mean, it was up and it was running, so something happened. It's kind of sad. I didn't like Metazoo because I felt it was overpriced, but I wasn't wishing for him to fail either. I just didn't like how everyone was treating it like it's some big investment. It's like, it's not. It's a startup. It's a brand new company. No one has nostalgia for the card yet. If they don't find a way to sell that brand and get it printed again, it's just going to end up being, like, oh man, you remember Beanie Babies? Oh yeah, I remember. It's going to be one of those. Remember Pog? Oh, I remember. Look at that. Ooh. Pog's out of business, right? Wait, I got to look this up because Beanie Babies is not. Pogs were discontinued in 1997. Yeah, they're out of business. See, everyone, you remember Pog, but Pog is out of business. All right. Pog fad soared and peaked in the mid-1990s. Pogs are being handed out for opening bank accounts and in McDonald's Happy Meals. With the end of the Pogs fad, Canada Games went out of business in 1997. So it was a product made by Canada Games. Isn't that interesting? The moment the product is not successful enough, it goes out of business. Goes out of business. So, yeah, it's a really fascinating thing. Pog Slammers were the best. Me and my sisters, we had Pogs. So did the kids in the neighborhood. But the desire to buy Pogs was over pretty fast. Oh my God, what is this outfit, man? I don't know about that outfit. Here we are. Log's been making a comeback. Pog. Here we are. Whoa, the fishnet lady. Yeah, I don't know about that outfit. Where do you get an outfit like that? TJ Maxx. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. I feel like the holos in this set are not that valuable. There's just, like, you're going to tell me this is worth anything? Come on, dude. I've seen these holos like 1 trillion times. Watching the Metazoo update, the Chinese company that was printing the cards is stuck with the backlog because of copyright issues that they cannot sell now, so they are refusing to print anymore. Here we are. Copyright issues that they cannot sell now? So, like with Hello Kitty? I'm a little confused. Who's the copyright issue with? All right. All right. Here are some holos. I might keep 1 box of the Hello Kitty Metazoo as sort of like just a funny thing to remind people of. Nah, that's stupid. I'm going to sell them all. All right. Just because it doesn't really cost much to just hold on to a box. I'm not losing a bunch of money. But I don't want the clutter. I'm a hoarder, man. Cannot be a hoarder. The guy made a video of them showing the inventory and offering to sell. Within 24 hours, they said that was a lie and to take the video down. They can't sell it because of copyright issues. What particular set was it? Do you remember? I want the scoop, man. I want to know what's going on. It's really a curious story. That was leftover product that had the print. Oh, that the print facility had. Ta-da. Okay, cool, man. Thank you so much, Kendo. Kendo keeping the stream alive over here, guys. Is Mothman still worth $100 billion? Yeah. Hundreds of spell books, different sets, etc. Ugh. I would not want to be sitting on pallets of unsellable product. That sounds like a nightmare. And just like that, we are out of orders at the 3 a.m. mark. Would you guys like me to stay open? Let's go ahead and start giving away spots over here. Dracozolt. Let's go ahead and roll it. We got Swooby. Swooby. Wait, we don't put it on the back. We put it on the front. Nick's channel is the guy trying his damnedest to own the game. Nick's channel? I don't know who Nick's is. Here's Yip. All right, number 2 is Yip. Number 3 is James. And Elena. Tori Halt. Okay, cool, guys. Thank you so much. That's 4 spots. Nick's strength and Pokemon. If you want to know more about the Metazoo situation, it's rigged. What are you talking about? You're actually in there. What's the Eevee break at? Yes, let's take a quick look, Mr. Steven Coulson. In a very short period of time, the Eeveelution pumped all the way up to 8 spots. That's pretty impressive. That's a break that's definitely going to go off. Don't know how quickly. We're on, what is it, Monday night? So usually it starts getting crazy around Thursday night, Friday. So he could be sold by Friday is my guess. Friday might be when he's gone. Eevee again, crazy. The guy who pulled it, he did a trade with me. He wanted a Gyarados. He traded me the Eeveelutions for the Gyarados. It's so popular. It's breaking again, too. People are running through it. People want Eevee. Kabuto. I waited till Mr. asked. What? Here's Bidoof. Mods! They're advertising other channels. Here's Eeveelutions. Cool. Let's reset the code. TCC code is reset. You have to retype it to get into the break. So we do have a little order. We got a Aelvic order for 3 of those damn Korean packs. Oh, 3 each. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3 over here. 3 over here. And 3 over here. All right. That's it. I'm advertising Kamala Harris. What's going on with them politically? Any interesting political news? I heard there was another stabbing in the UK, but I didn't get the update on that. I heard Elon and Donald Trump had some kind of interview. I think that's a pretty big gamble for Elon Musk because I feel like he's in charge of a big company that sells to both Democrats and Republicans. And in fact, it's the Republicans that are not really gung-ho about electric vehicles. Some of them are like, not with my daughter, so some of them have that personality about it. So, yeah, I mean, him taking a strong political position is not good for his company. It's going to affect sales. I would be a little nervous about being an investor in Tesla right now. Tesla. So that's Tesla. And then I didn't really hear anything else. They're like, I guess Kamala Harris and Trump are arguing with each other, like saying, I'm the best, you're the best, he's the best. I haven't really seen anything interesting. I want to see the debate, man. The debate. That's about it. Politically, that's all the news I got in politics. The Watts guy loves the way UK has stopped policing arresting people for simply liking a tweet. That has been the story of the week, is the people who feel like what's going on in the UK goes too far. Too much censorship, too much, not just censorship. So it's one thing to say, hey, you can't say that. But to go and say, you know what, not only can you not say that, we're going to put you in jail for saying that. So I think people's response to seeing a first world government behave that way is pretty strong. People have really strong feelings about that. And it's a losing position. I think centrist people who believe in, politics not going extremely to the left or extremely to the right, they're going to say, I'm not cool with that. It really comes down to really specific examples, right? Like if somebody was posting on social media, we need to burn the hotels down. Okay, that needs to be stopped. You can't tell people go burn down the hotels. But if you're on social media saying we're too many immigrants, we should be British only, Britain for the British or something like that, I don't know. Should you go for jail for that? Because I feel like they're the natives living on their own island. Okay, just like the Hawaiians living in Hawaii. It's not nice to say that. It's pretty mean, actually. Maybe you could call it racist even, rather than just a nationalistic. But should you go to jail for that? Oh, come on, dude. You can't be putting people in jail for that. That goes a bit far, right? So I think it comes down to like what's the line to cross, and where did the Labor Party put that line? You know what I mean? Is the line that you cannot tell people to go commit acts of terror and violence? That makes a lot of sense. And the Labor Party should come out and kind of tell us that. Well, we don't allow people to encourage others to commit acts of terror. But if the line is a different line, if it's sort of like you're not allowed to say I'm against immigration, wow, that's like jailing your political opponent, basically. You can't be jailing your political opponent because they have their own opinions about how immigration should work in their own country. That just goes too far, right? All right, there we go. Blastoise. Elon said he doesn't care what people think. If they want to pull out, he could care less. Thank God I ain't living in the UK. Jail food for Twitter fingers. Funny how 4chan is trolling the UK cyber police. Right, they said something that went a bit far, too. They said something like, if you're an American and you break our laws in America, we'll try to extradite you, to jail you. And people in America were like, America! You know what I mean? They were mad about it. Like, we beat you once, we'll beat you again. Freaking UK. Freedom of speech. Freedom. Javier Arroyo, 2 PRB1s. Thank you, Javier. All right. Ta-da! Mister, any new slabs? Well, we're just always rotating through. Yeah, these are new. This Dreadnought's new. Look at that Dreadnought. We got Kofu. Look at that Kofu. He's so nice. So we are rotating through them right now. They have threatened to extradite non-UK people for showing videos or misinformation, aka not agreeing with what the UK news is saying. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was just saying. It really, again, it comes down to definitions. So is the UK threatening to try and extradite people who are calling for violence, people who are calling for acts of terror like burning down the hotels? Okay, I understand what they're saying. You know, that sounds reasonable for them to say you can't tell others to burn down a hotel online. We're just not going to allow it. It's wrong. But if it's something like, oh, UK police are like if you say something like UK police are Soviet Union, they don't let you speak your mind. Oh, the immigrants are ruining the UK or something like that, right? Well, maybe that's a racist thought. But should you go to jail for racism? I don't know. It just seems kind of pushy, doesn't it? It seems a bit much. There is a lot of tough, negative, neurotic, toxic personalities, negative feelings about change, negative feelings about mixing, but it's not all from a place of evil. You know what I mean? I think some of it comes from a place of wanting to be with your own kind. And that's not evil. wanting to be with your own kind's not evil. Maybe it's not progressive, and maybe it doesn't work in some sort of functional way with a very mixed society. But a person like that should just move to the countryside or something, you know what I mean? But to tell them they can't even get online and speak about how they feel, I just think it goes a bit far. Javier! All right, Javier with the J-A. All right. Extraditing agreement for UK-US is only if the post is an act of terrorism. UK ain't doing stuff. They got a big ego pushing their people around. Well, I think it's a mistake politically because ultimately I think it will lead to the Labour Party losing. I don't know how much they'll lose, but they're going to lose some portion of their voter base to the Reform Party. There's no doubt about it. They handled it in a way that was insensitive to people who are not on the far right. They're centrists. And they have legitimate concerns about safety, and not just safety, but like how can we afford endless socialist immigration where it's sort of like you're coming here so that we can buy you food, medicine, and hotel rooms. How do we afford that when you can't even take care of us right now? That's a legitimate financial concern. And so if the Labour Party is the party of socialism and they say, have no fear, we'll take care of the poor. But then you got the Labour Party saying, and by the poor, we don't mean you guys, we mean all the people coming over. They're going to lose, again, they're going to lose a portion of their voters to the Reform Party. The Reform Party is going to say, British first. That's what the Reform Party will say. We'll take care of the British before anyone else. That's all the Reform Party's got to do, by the way. And they'll say, Britain is for the British, and we're here to take care of the British, blah, 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 blah. And it might work. The Labour Party, I really think after what happened with whatever his name is, Keir or whatever, I don't remember his name, Keir Starmer or something like that. Starmy, he's definitely going to lose some voters. Kenneth Pelor, 1 box of Azure Lane English. Here we go. All right. Oh, there we go. All right. You want to be with your own tribe. Been like that since the dawn of time. A little bit. I think mixed societies work. But for mixed society to work really well, people have to be generally well off. So mixed societies work really well if everyone's happy and with fat stomachs and hot girlfriends. But when everyone's struggling, you can't afford a home, you can't afford a car, you can barely afford food, all the jobs suck, and then everyone's mixed, you're just pointing fingers at each other saying, you did this! How dare you? So if Britain fails that right away, the cost of housing is unbelievably expensive. So all the Reform Party has to do is hammer that point over and over again. All they have to do is say, you know why you can't afford a home? Because we imported too many people. Your government lets as many people in as they want. They said 200,000, but you got 1 million. And so now there's not enough houses for everybody. So that's a very strong position for the Reform Party, and they will probably continue to pick up seats. All right, here we are. That's where Australia is headed. I don't think it's headed that way. I think it's there already. I saw the prices of your Australian housing, and it's like more expensive than a lot of places in America, which makes no sense. But yeah, you guys are paying neck-breaking amounts of money just to live in a home made out of the same wood and, roof tiles and wood flooring that I live in. But I pay like maybe less than half the price. It makes no sense. And it's not like the jobs in America pay less than the jobs in Australia. They pay, I assume they pay about the same, but we actually pay less taxes than you guys. A significantly lower amount of taxes. Of course, you're supposed to take that money and save it for your health care because American health care is not free. But if you're doing that, if you're staying healthy and you're saving your money up, you will have no problems with your health care. Especially certain jobs pay for your health care. Like Karis and I, we get our health care paid for by her employer. So a lot of people don't always understand that about America. American employers pay for your health care. They give it to you as part of your benefits. Walmart doesn't really do it too much. So if you got a job at Walmart, you might be in trouble. All right, Kendo Pelur. We're going to come up with the hit now, right? Anyways, I like Australia a lot. I like the UK a lot. Love those places. I want to see them do well. And so when this kind of news breaks, it's very fascinating to me. I like to watch is fascinating. All right. It's a Trudeau situation. They're trying to muscle anyone not agreeing with them. The sad part is they're pushing the very people holding up society is going to collapse. I do have something to say about that. I do. When it comes to silencing your opponent, we already do that. The self-censoring and the fear of speaking how you feel, that's called political correctness. And political correctness is just the word we use for it. But what it really is a fear of speaking the truth. That's what it is. You know something's true, but you're afraid to say it. The fear of speaking the truth. And this comes about in scenarios where there's a class struggle going on. Like rich versus the poor or something like that. And you don't want to get attacked by people who are fighting in that struggle, basically. So there are people who are willing to fight in the political realm, in the social realm, for more power, for more influence, for more money. Yo! Look at that! Konnichiwa! Onisama! Here it is, Kendo Pelor. Yowza! Alright, very nice. Anything cool happen tonight? That just happened. So, but anyways, you're afraid of getting in trouble for saying something that you know is true. And that is because what you're going to say is going to offend somebody who doesn't like the class struggle, the positioning of the class. Now, this is what happens in a socialist and a communist regime. They have to shut you up. That's part of the deal. When you live under a tyrant, the tyrant does not allow you to speak freely because it damages his power, basically. It stops the way his system works. So being able to joke or make fun of or tease or bully even a little bit, all of that's banned under a tyrant. And that's what gives the tyrant power. And the tyrant basically has to keep a lie going. This is good. This is working. This is the best system. I mean, look at like North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Do you think you're allowed to criticize him? He's a big fat guy. You're not allowed to watch movies or music or anything made in the West. The West is the big evil devil. Kim Jong-un's a fat guy, probably just living it up. 16 girlfriends or some crazy shit. Who knows? You know that guy's engorging himself on food. That's how you keep that shape, you know? So, and from what I've heard, they don't eat well in North Korea. They have problems with starving. They have problems with, difficult, painful lives. And then just south of them is South Korea. It's almost a perfect example of tyranny. You know, tyranny and, communism will make everything equal and fair. No, it doesn't. It just makes a different kind of hierarchy. In the end, a different hierarchy emerges. And so anyways, he has to keep everyone lying. All his soldiers have to say, North Korea, number one. All his soldiers have to say, we love Kim Jong-un. And then he puts those people into positions of power around him to buffer himself from the people beneath him who might criticize him. And then if you criticize him, you get destroyed. So that there's no way to actually fight. And that is because, those systems create that sort of painful hierarchy. The aristocracy sort of emerges in a non-meritocracy. So socialism, communism, they create a non-meritocracy style of society where you might be really skilled, but the taxes will keep you from ever becoming wealthy on your own skills. You will stay poor. That's sort of true in places like the UK, where the taxes go up as high as like 45% if you make too much money. So they're telling you you're really valuable to society. You're working hard. You're like a doctor or something, but you're not allowed to succeed from your own skills. We won't allow it. Stay poor with us. You'll pay for our things. And to keep that going, to stop the criticism, you have to silence people and you have to convince people this is the best system. This system works. This is a great system, Meanwhile, you've got like the United States basically funding NATO. That was Trump's criticism of NATO, that the Union states in Europe are not paying in. But not just that, we invent most of the medical inventions in America anyways. So we pay for their NATO so that they can pay for their socialism, like their healthcare. But on top of that, we do the majority of the innovations in healthcare over here as well. So they benefit from the inventions, and then they benefit from, not having to pay for military because they're busy paying for socialist healthcare handouts. Meanwhile, Trump will say something like, you know, you guys need to pay more into NATO because what if Putin invades? And they all laughed at him. They laughed at him like he was crazy. You crazy, bro? You're crazy. What are you talking about? He was so right about it. It was shocking. Alan Abale, 1 box of JP PRB1. You got it, Mr. Allen? All right. Let's get our PRB1. Careful, mister. They might hear you. I'm getting extradited. Help! All right, I'm back. I got a fresh case of PRB1. Let's get it. Whew. So yes, but anyways, to keep that system going, you have to tell people to shut up. No opinions from you. There we go. All right. You will pay your high taxes and live in your overpriced society. You won't benefit from your natural talents and abilities and hard work. You will pay your 50% taxes and you'll shut up. Shut up and go back to work. All right, what we got? Snip. And those people who are in power are hungry always for more power. And taxation is power is what it is. You guys didn't know that. Taxation is power. The more the government taxes you, the more power they have. And paying little to no taxes, that is freedom. Paying low taxes is freedom. Paying high taxes is letting someone else own you. You're their serf and they're the king and you just kind of go to work for them. You get to keep a little bit. I mean, you need to pay for your food and all, but the king will take your money. Ooh, look at this. Very nice. All right. And then people are told, oh, this is good. This is good. This is what's fair. And if you disagree, you're evil. You're corrupt. You're greedy. It's like, bro, it's my skill. It's my talent. I'm the one working. Let me keep more of my own money that I earned. Can you imagine telling that to a doctor? You're evil for wanting more money. You're evil for taking my money. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. It's a fascinating conversation. It goes too far other directions too, obviously, right? You know, like greed is a real thing. So, all right. Mr. Does the U.S. have a fixed amount they have to pay in their tax bracket on top of the tax rate? Fixed amount they have to pay in their tax bracket. I mean, tax brackets in the U.S., I assume, work the same as tax brackets everywhere. So, like, if you... have you guys ever seen the U.S. tax brackets? Some of you guys are from Australia. Some of you guys are from the UK. Do you know our tax brackets? I'm going to show you this because you should see this. So this is for a married couple in the United States. Okay, you ready? Here it is. This is 2024 tax bracket. All right. So in the United States, can I zoom? Okay, so this is for married individuals on the right, up to $94,000, 12%. And then it jumps to $22,000. What is this? Married individuals filing jointly, qualifying surviving spouses. I'm a little confused what the double numbers are, actually. It might, wait a second, it might be more like 12% for the first $23,000, then 22% for $94,000, and then 24% for the $200,000, and 32% at $383,000. So I think that sounds about right. Let me double check that. Oh my gosh, clear your phone. I know. They're just ranges, right? Let me take another look here. Okay, yeah, married individuals filing jointly / qualifying surviving spouses. So I think that the dash is for the qualifying surviving spouses, but we just want married individuals filing jointly. So yeah, you can earn $190,000 in the U.S. and still only have to pay at $24,000. Or maybe it's 364 to 190. Maybe that's what's going on. Actually, that makes sense. So it's between 364 and 190. You only pay 24% on that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm making sense of it in my head. Isn't that wild? So you only start to pay 37% when you make over 700,000. That's the top tax rate, apparently. How crazy is that? So, you know, if you complain about the United States not having free healthcare, the crazy part, if you have a decent job with like a company or a firm, they just pay for your health insurance, and then you get paid pretty well in the U.S., and then you don't pay much taxes either. So you have the money to pay for your healthcare. The people who really struggle with healthcare are people with chronic health problems who have bad jobs. So if you have a bad job, you're in a lot of trouble. But then America actually does a lot of healthcare socialism. It's our two biggest expenses is healthcare. So we do a lot of healthcare socialism where it's like sliding scale. You know, you get cheaper healthcare if you apply for it because you're poor. Wow, in Australia, 190,000 is the top bracket at 45%. Isn't it lower than that, though? Because the Australian dollar doesn't go as far as the United States dollar, right? So let me convert that real fast so that you understand what I mean. AUD to USD. So the Australian dollar at 190,000. So that would be 125,000 in the US. So you guys start paying 45% at 125K. That's half the money, dude. They leave that little 5% off to make it seem like it's not 50. It's 50, dude. They don't want to call it 50, but it's 50, bro. You're paying 50% of your income after this point. Well, what if you and your wife are software engineers? You're going to blast past that number if you're both software engineers. So what, you got to pay, after this number, you got to pay 50% of your income to the effing government? It's like slavery. 50%, every dollar you make gets cut in half. But the best part is that after you've paid your income, you have to go pay sales tax. So you pay sales tax on anything you buy, right? So you pay the 45%, and then when you buy something with your money, you pay a sales tax. If you happen to buy something good like property, you now owe property tax. So you bought the property and you pay you pay a sales tax on the property, and then annually the government will charge you money for simply owning something, which is like paying rent basically. So you get your income tax, then your sales tax, then your property tax if you actually bought something that's worthwhile. It's really quite evil. That's theft, but everyone just kind of thinks it's a good thing because that's what propaganda does. And knowledge sets you free, right? So the more you understand it, the better. Alan Abale. So this was for our friend Alan Abale. Yeah, the government will try to convince you with propaganda that that's a good thing, that they take so much of your money. But then what do they even spend it on? I don't know what they spend it on. You look into their budget and you find out they're just like giving money away to like countries and doing all stupid things with it that you don't even agree with. Let's see. Low taxes is the way to go. Low taxes. Everyone fend for themselves. Low taxes. I had to pay $25,000 to buy a house. It's scummy AF. So that would be the sales tax because you bought something. And then after the sales tax, you'll pay something called a property tax, which is just a tax you owe for owning something. It's very similar to like a wealth tax. Like, oh, you own something? Well, you owe the government money because you bought something to own privately. But guess what? You and the government own it. You don't really own it if you have to pay property taxes. You're renting it. If you are required to pay taxes on something that you bought with your money, you're paying rent. It's rent. It's really not right. Pikachu sold to Mr. Gargoyle. All right. We call them rates here. We used to have free healthcare. Now we're afraid to get sick. Well, and that's another thing. So we're talking about how in places like Australia or the UK, there's a cap on how much doctors can make. Doctors work very hard. They have to take much more education than everyone else. So they're in school longer. They're the smartest people in your society. What's so wrong about them making lots of money? There's nothing wrong with that. But they essentially get punished in two ways. If you make good money as a doctor, you pay way more taxes. So it's like the government hits the brakes on what you can become. You cannot become wealthy. And then the other one is price caps. So the government says, we won't even let you sell the healthcare for very much money. We're going to put a price cap on that to make sure it doesn't sell for a lot of money. What does this ultimately do? Somebody who would have become a doctor instead becomes a software engineer or a investment banker, because they don't think being a doctor pays very well. It's just a lot of education. So because you put the price caps on, and because of the cap on earnings through taxation, you've reduced the supply of doctors. The people naturally head towards what's smartest for them. So you've gotten rid of the number of doctors you would have had because you price capped them. And then some doctors, they go, holy shit, dude, I could be making double money in the US. I'm going to apply to be a doctor in the US. And then they come over here. So we got plenty of doctors, and we pay more for the healthcare, but you don't have as long of waiting lines. So everyone talks about how fantastic free healthcare is, but in the US, if you can pay for your healthcare, and a lot of us actually can, not everybody though, that's the problem. But there's no wait times. If you can pay for your healthcare, somebody will provide you healthcare. And that matters for cancer a lot. For cancer, that's a big deal. We were just talking about this yesterday. If you have to wait 6 months to treat your cancer, you might die from that 6-month wait time. That might be a death sentence. And so, yes, putting a price cap on things always limits the supply. It does not make the good. You can't cheat the invisible hand of the free market. You can't cheat it. There's no way to cheat it. So again, what would happen is that there would be fewer doctors, or they would leave to countries that pay better or treat them better or tax them less. You have a brain drain where your most competitive people leave Australia and head to the United States. That kind of problem occurs. And, it's a conversation to have. It's an interesting debate. It's an interesting conversation. Did you do tracking shipping? I believe I did. Yep, you should get an email in your PayPal email. Go looking for that, okay? Well, the only reason doctors in the U.S. make so much is because there's a shortage of doctors here. We used to be book billed to see a doctor. Now they don't accept book billing, and you have to pay anywhere from $100 to $200 dues just to see one for 15 minutes, and we're paying a levy every year. I've heard about that. Yeah, I've heard, especially if you don't want to be put on a waiting list, like a long one, you have to pay for your doctor anyways. And so it's like, damn, dude. So the real question is, how can you get around all this taxes? There might be some loopholes. Like if you hire a tax strategist, he can tell you the optimal way to pay lower taxes. But it's sad, if you're a highly skilled worker, I can tell you the number one way to lower your taxes. Move to the United States. That's the best way to do it. If you want to lower your taxes, pack your bags and come over here. America does have lower tax rates. It's a fact. It's one of the things that really stood out to me, because I was studying moving to the UK, moving to Germany, and moving to Australia. I was really actually pretty interested in those places. And then I found out also Austria. So I was learning about and Switzerland. I was learning about all your tax codes, because my wife's a software engineer for like 7 years now. She's a high earner. I run a small business. I make kind of a good living too, just because I was so skilled at Pokemon. I got in at the right time. I got 2 YouTube channels. I got a YouTube channel that just gives me passive income. So, yeah, I thought about moving to the UK, Germany, Australia, Austria, and Switzerland. But all of you guys would charge me so much taxes to move there. I'm becoming a wealthier person over time, just staying put here in America. And if you wanted to become a wealthy individual from your hard work, which why would anyone not want that? The only reason you wouldn't want that is because you've been brainwashed by the propaganda that tells you that that's wrong to think that way. Dude, it's your hard work, it's your talent, it's your effort. Of course you should keep as much as your money as your government will let you keep. It's just fair, you know. That's fairness and equality. Is when the government doesn't take your hard work and your slavery from you. You're grinding on the grindstone, right? Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty wild to me. And whenever I talk to somebody from the UK and Australia, they're very invested in the ideas in their country. Hey, this is the way to do it. This is the best way to do things. It's like, well, yeah, maybe. But look at your GDP growth. You can see, especially in the UK, you guys are stagnant as hell. So is Germany. Germany is one of the biggest offenders. Did you guys know that? Germany is one of the most aggressive taxations on its people, and they have stagnant growth. I wonder why. Is it because the German people just aren't smart enough to invent things? Or is it because the government punishes you for succeeding? I'm going to bet that it's not because the Germans aren't smart. I'm actually going to bet it's because you have destroyed the incentives in your country. You have a big incentive to not work very hard and just receive government benefits. And the biggest punishment is if you are a hard worker and want to succeed. In that event, you'd be better off moving to the United Arab Emirates, UAE, or maybe Switzerland, or maybe Hungary, Poland, or maybe you move over to the United States. Although I've heard Hungary has pretty heavy taxation as well. But, a place where if you grow and develop a successful business, the benefits are much larger. You might have already developed a nice business in Germany, and then you said, okay, I've got this nice business. Now, where can I move it so that I can actually profit? You know what I mean? Come to Australia. I'll show you around. I would love to. My wife and I have studied Australia many times. We've studied your housing market. We've looked at your beaches. We've watched walkthroughs of your country. That's what we do. We spend hours and hours and hours combing over different countries. Australia is a top pick. Australia is probably top three. Top three for me would be the UK, Australia, and Switzerland. That would be top three. Because especially with Ireland, UK, you've still got people speaking English over there. Same with Australia. But Switzerland, you'd have to learn German Swiss, but I actually like the sound of German. It's a nice sounding language. So I would just start learning it. I like Switzerland a lot. I feel like Switzerland's going to be one of those countries where the wealthy people converge. And so even if you're not wealthy, you should head over there. You know what I'm saying? So you should find out where all the wealthy people are converging to have their children and to build stuff. And I think a smaller country will have a nice convergence like that of wealthy people. And again, if you're not wealthy, it doesn't matter. You should just get your ass over there so that your children are bumping shoulders with the right people. Well, guys, it's 3:40. We have no more orders in the emails. I think it's time to take a break here. If pole shift is instant, you do not want to be in Australia. Here's this. I like Australia because of its high-quality beaches, and the cost of living is so high in Australia. I believe this acts as a natural border. So I think that physical borders will not be a thing in the future. People will just use trains, planes, automobile to go into any country any of the time. Like Trump wants to build a whole wall, right? Well, people just use a boat and go around the wall. Trump wants to build a wall. They just fly in. They just get in some other method. Although I'm not... I don't really know the effectiveness of a wall. I'm not saying it won't be ineffective at all, but people will just come in on a different method. Like they will get in a boat on the edge of Mexico, and then they'll just do they go boop into California that way. That's my thoughts on the subject. So borders won't be a thing so much in the future, especially as everyone in the world gets educated about where to go. Yeah, I'm headed to America. That's the land of opportunity. But what will become a border is the cost of living. So it'll be a financial border, like invisible. And so places like Australia have homes that are so expensive that it naturally creates a border for groups. And this creates a class hierarchy. So if you can save every penny of your money up and be able to purchase one of these houses in an elite area, you've broken into a sort of natural barriered area. So we're interested in Hawaii and California just because of the expense of moving there, but also really actually would probably be Texas, Florida, Delaware, interestingly. So there's places in America that would be an interesting class hierarchy move where what you're doing is you're cutting into a group that is very hard to get into because you have to have the money to buy one of the homes. And it's a class move. And we think this will happen with countries as well. We think that you should have two homes. You should have a home in your main country where you're making money and a home outside of that country if that country were to really fail. So I don't think the United States would fail, but, you know, you just should do that. So you'd have one in America, one in Switzerland, and you break into a higher class society in the United States by being very careful with your money, and then you have your backup home in Switzerland, like that. So I think that's what everyone... I just sit around thinking about all this stuff all day long. That's all I care about. This is like what's fun for me. Let's go ahead and roll it. We got average card collector. All right. Fun fact, California was bought for $15 million in the 1800s. All right. Average card collector. Ooh, that's a long name. Roll it. Gargoyle. Because our goal is to have children around other families that are very, very successful. Because I want my children to basically have sex and make babies with other successful families. So this is about class, really. You want to be able... This is social stratification. So I came from a poor family, and Karis came from a poor family. We lived in really poor areas. But our goal is to get our family tree, you know, set up nicely so that Grandpa Cardconomist and Grandma Karis, you can look back on them and be like, yo, you guys did us good. So, and I don't even have a kid yet, but I need to make some kids too. But so if I can get us moved into a good place, this would be better for my children to be surrounded by people from that place so that they marry in that group. Very important. And then I would tell the kids, you got a couple job options: CEO, CEO, entrepreneur, politician, and artist. Those would be your three options. The artist option will be a tricky one because it's so difficult to succeed as an artist. But those would be your options: a CEO, entrepreneur, politician, artist. Those are the classes of the upper class, right? Those are the jobs of the upper class, I mean. So, and you just push them that way. Like, get in. Oh, engineer. I'm sorry. Engineer, doctor is one of them, too. Engineer, doctor, lawyer, artist, politician, and then the best one is probably CEO. I'd love for them to work on something like that. But I think being CEO is very complicated. CEO requires you to be like a natural leader, I think. But also, I think it requires you to have been tested in some way by something in life. I think something in life has to happen to you that's difficult. You're going to tell your kids what jobs they can have? Oh, yeah, 100%. I'll be a tiger mom, 100%. Or like the Indian parents that say, you can be doctor or engineer. Which one is it going to be? Oh, yeah, I'm going to be very tough on them. What about gardeners? What if your kids run away like you did? Nah, that won't happen. I'll tell you why that won't happen. Because my parents were really crazy. They were like psychopaths. Karis and I aren't even close to being like they were. So they're going to have a pretty easy life, actually. But we're going to sit them down and talk strategy with them. They will never stop hearing about social stratification. Hey, get your ass over here. It's all about picking the right husband, the right wife. It's all about picking the right person so that you move up. You know, we're just going to talk strategy all day. My kids will hear strategy for their entire life. You make sure you're doing this. You'll either be in the NBA. Well, yeah, exactly. I'll be like, no, we're not doing anything normal. Everything's going to be extreme. You know, and then we want to set up a family trust and say this family trust has to be able to be passed down over generations. It's extremely important that the rules surrounding the family trust make it so that it always passes down without running out of money. And for whatever reason, wealthy families in the past didn't do that. I guess it was a subject they weren't obsessed enough with, or maybe their children just didn't care. So I don't know how you get kids to care about that stuff, but their grandfather or father definitely cared. It's all I care about. I don't know. It's like an obsession. What is the right boyfriend or girlfriend? So when you're dating for a boyfriend or girlfriend, you got to punch up a little bit and try to get somebody who's going to help you reach your maximum potential. It's not necessary that they're in like a higher class, and maybe even in some ways that might be a disadvantage, but they need to be exceptionally intelligent. So intelligence is the number one indicator. So I'll just be telling my kids, like, I don't care who you marry, but they got to be effing smart, dude. Smart, and they have to have good morals, I would say, is the other one. Even if, I don't care what religion it is, but you can tell when somebody is a kind of person who will like do the right thing because it's the right thing to do versus somebody who will be like, I'm out for myself and for me. You know what I mean? So it's like a person who has, I don't know, some kind of greater view of the world or introspection. It's hard to describe. It's like somebody who knows ultimately, no matter how analytical you get about the world, and smart people, I think, do get analytical, but no matter how analytical you get about it, you remember that one day you die, you remember that you must have children and family, and so it doesn't matter how competitive you want to be, you have to do the right thing, because, you know, there's a certain wholesomeness to having children and having family, and you can't get away from that wholesomeness. So, you know, I think there are people who are like sharks and they're cutthroat and they're shrewd and they're intelligent, but if they lack the moral character, then they won't be, they will create a system that eventually breaks. So I say a system, but what I'm talking about is the family tree is a sort of like a recurring, it's like a, you know, it's like a software looping around and around. And, you know, human genes are like replications, right? So you want to create a system that's replicating over and over again, and it's doing so really successfully. And you want to make sure that there's rules about it. That's why religion exists. Religion is that set of rules that tells people how to be, to have success, except those religions were created a really long time ago. So, you know, maybe you need a bit of an update to it for the modern time period. Also, you need careful financial perspectives. I think you might be describing a humble person. People can obsess about social mobility all they want, but the real upper class has existed for years now, and they aren't really accepting newcomers. Well, they don't have to accept newcomers. In a meritocracy, you can work your way up. But that's what I was saying. In a socialist and a communist country, you can't. So in a socialist country, maybe Australia, maybe the UK, if you start to earn too much money, the government will put the brakes on you. You can't climb into the higher upper echelons. We don't care if you're a doctor or a hardworking engineer. We don't care if you and your wife work 60 hours a week. You may not climb the social hierarchy ladder except through even more difficulty, because we're going to take half of everything you earn. So that's why socialist countries will stop you from joining the upper class. And in a socialist and a communist regime, it's all about aristocracy at that point. The aristocracy already has the money, and they just carefully manage it at that point. So, but for somebody new like myself to break up into the upper classes, or my children or my grandchildren, that's much harder for them because they're being taxed at a crazy amount. So to actually try and catch up with the already wealthy families, it's much harder in a high-tax society. And but in a meritocracy, low-tax society, you can climb the ladder just because you're harder working and you're smarter. That's why so much innovation occurs over here in America and not in the rest of the world. All right, guys, my family is from Cuba, and that isn't true. What if your son knocks up a girl and then ends up fighting with her for custody and it costs him $250,000 over a few years? I mean, I just don't think that will happen. You know, if a girl gets pregnant, if I have a son and his girlfriend gets pregnant, I'd be like, welcome to the group. And I'd be like, we've got all the money. Please let us take care of the grandbaby. So there's no reason why the girl would want to leave, because we're going to provide an excellent quality of life for her, and we want the children. So there would be no reason for her to, you know, want to get away. Unless I guess my son was like some crazy psychopath bad person, in which case I might be like, well, you kind of suck and she wants to get away from you. So that's possible, but you know, I don't feel like that's going to happen. Sent for Blister. All right, hold on. We'll open this Blister before going. Let's get that Blister. Kevin Vu. Give me a second here. Yeah, I mean, it's possible to have bad children, by the way. It's weird. I'm extra aware of this because I realized after having 11 siblings, some of the siblings were really nice and some of the siblings were really, really not nice. And I think about that all the time. That's also an obsession of mine. I dwell on that all the time. Why were some siblings so, like, toxic, dude? They were so selfish, so toxic, so incapable of seeing the people around them. And yet they were all born from the same two parents. It didn't make any sense. They were all raised in the same household. And I finally chalked it down to what's probably the truth. It's just genetic. It's just genetic. If you have 12 children, some of them turn out super smart. They turn out very aware of others, and some of the kids turn out really greedy and selfish and just maybe a little violent too. And so it's a genetic experiment. Yeah, it's a genetic, just like with cats and dogs, right? Like some cats and dogs have nicer personalities. How did that happen? Genetic. That's it. Born nice. Oh, picking up Shen Pao. So anyways, you can have a kid, and that kid can just suck. They're just born with the... You know, think of it like this. You and your wife have a part of your genes or your genetic makeup that sucks and a part that's awesome. And you hope that the best parts of you get mixed up in the kid. So the good parts of me and the good parts of my wife. You might get the worst parts of you and the worst parts of your wife mixed up in a kid. So that's possible, I think. And that's, I'm sure, it's some extreme oversimplification. But I think it's a thing. You know, you ever hear about kids who kill their parents? Kids who, like, you know, like the guys who go out and they date a girl and then she rejects him and then he murders her. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Your parents were successful. They just got together. They had you. How did you reach this point where you're so crazy that you go and murder a girl? And I'm telling you, it's probably just a rotten apple kid. Like, what can you do about it? They're just born rotten, probably. You would think maybe, like, the parents raised him wrong. Probably, it's possible in some cases, but probably some cases it's just the kid's a psychopath. And it's not the parents' fault. It's just the mix that the kid got in their chemical soup brain. All right, guys. Keep the hollows, mister. Well, I had a fun night. I hope you guys had a fun night. We got real chatty there at the end. I got real soapboxy. Because I got opinions to share with you. Talking about social stratification. Talking about the subject of having children. Talking a little politics. Talking taxation, really. I'm a real low taxes, high innovation, high meritocracy kind of guy. I think that creates the best society because you don't want to slow down inventions. You don't want to slow down innovation because innovation and inventions will make a cure to cancer. They'll make flying vehicles, hot cat robot girlfriends. You don't want to slow down inventions. You really don't. So I'm all about meritocracy and inventions and giving people good incentives to work really hard. So that's what I'm all about politically. I'm going to hop off now, guys. I'm going to go have a bowl of cereal for dinner and kick my feet up for a minute. See you later, everybody.